You guys think that if you're unhappy, that's a good reason to leave a marriage? See?
I don't think you're gonna be happy all the time. So I don't. It depends. How long have I been unhappy?
Right.
Because my kids are seeing that.
Right.
I think that matters too. Like
Most don't have nothing to do with
there's a lot of people.
It don't have anything to do with age. Getting married too late. People don't have the intestinal fortitude for marriage. You get up there and say these vows. It's duty and responsibility, time and pain. It's the kids. It's the rearing. It's lineage and legacy. That's a joke in itself.
But is that not part of the kids?
So
your kids are a direct reflection of you. So if my kids are seeing me unhappy, now what?
What are you talking about?
Because you said happiness in the marriage, because you just said that kids are part of it, right?
Let me explain it to you. You're conflating your happiness with how the kids are treated, right? I'm not even talking about the kids. I'm talking about you being happy, right? I just said that about sex, so don't act like you can't do it about everything else. So now that we have a baseline with that, you can fake it till you make it in front of them kids all the time. Now, kids have discernment. I understand that, but happiness doesn't mean everything has to be egregious in the household. However, we know ebb and flow. Is that a thing, or are we dismissing postpartum?
Postpartum depression.
Do we have menopause?
Right.
And so you guys go through these ebb and flow periods where your happiness is intrinsically not working.
But that's why I agree.
But I'm just saying. But you put it on the kids. Like, no, answer my question directly based on happiness itself.
I did, but I said it depends on how long I've been unhappy. Raising my kids in a house where there's no happiness is not
selfish.
That's not life goals.
Just for the sake to say I have a husband. Are you serious?
No, you made a commitment under the Most High God, right? Unless you don't believe.
Who cares about the commitment if I'm unhappy and I'm dying inside?
No, don't interrupt them, Melly. Sorry, Nikki, what you say?
I'm not staying unhappy for 10 months. You talking about 10 years?
Well, I've stayed unhappy for a very, very long time. But who is going to continuously stay in an unhealthy marriage where you're burning inside, you're dying inside, you done forgot who you are, you done forgot your self-worth, and you're just super unhappy, like depressed to that point, just to say I have a husband and I have a family?
I think that we know how hoes are created. Callie said it earlier. Something about they ain't had their daddy, their daddy didn't love them. That's one. Secondly, most of these hoes been hurt by a man. Just like these niggas that been hurt by women, they become hoes. It's the same thing.
Savage.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Even with what Callie is saying, the lack of love, hopelessness, a deficit, desperation. That's all the same umbrella. I'm desperate for the love of a real man because a man never loved me. So I'm out there searching for the love of a man. But because I don't know how to properly find love from a man because I never experienced it. So now from the worst experience that I've had and the damage that I've had from men, I'm telling you now, I'm only going to use them for what I like them for, because there's no possibility that they could ever even try to love me correctly. And I'm so lost on love, so in the deficit, I'll be desperate. And a lot of women have penis in that. The girl come up here, Hamp, remember the girl that came up here who was cosplaying a man? She was a whole butch, calling the women male-centered up here. You're trying to become them niggas. Talk about worship when you think you're fucking up a storm because you're a man and you're acting like a man. That's male worship down to the ground.
So the women who are promiscuous, are we saying they're all desperate?
Majority. I'm not saying that, but I know.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like in my point in my life, I feel like I was being groomed to cater to him.
So at 18, when did you guys break up or stop doing with each other?
When I was 21, turning 22.
So you were with him for about 3 to 4 years. How did you upgrade him?
I think that I gave him a different perspective.
Well, you also feel like after you dated him, I upgraded you, and then all these women want you after what I did for you.
Bro, he was 18, bro. Like, you grilling him, bro. What the fuck?
It's hard to imagine an 18-year-old girl upgrading a 28-year-old man, but then you left curious, what could you have possibly really done to a man that age? Like, you don't have no money, you 18, you don't have much knowledge, you 18.
But what we're witnessing is cognitive dissonance. So there's no way you admonish the man by saying that you upgraded him and then in another breath say he groomed you. Those two things are diametrically opposed, right? And then you said age don't matter. People could be wise beyond their years. However, when Tamia gave you the bail money about you being 18, you like, yeah, I was just 18. Nah, because remember you just said that you had the wisdom and understanding of somebody older than that, which is what you would be able to bestow on him. Right? Ooh. So these things are conflicting when we saying them. Did you actually upgrade him, or was you mad and talking shit to him because he cheated on you? Are most of us cowards? Are most of us willing to kill and die for our wife and children? Are we willing to defend ourselves? Do we know what it looks like when shit is hitting the fan? Do we know when danger is actually upon us? How many dangerous situations have we been in to tell? Do we know who we are in these ways? I'm gonna just tell y'all this. If you are in a real life situation and a person approaches you after an aggressive conversation, get yourself in a position in which you can defend yourself properly. So don't stay in a position that doesn't give you any advantage but put you at a disadvantage. Don't ever do that. see people picking and choosing, you know? So if I'm going to approach you in an aggressive manner, then I should stay that way. Or else you look bad. That shit look corny. That shit don't look good for men. Because it's like, damn, is there a low-level threat of violence between men for real? But that's the word. We pump faking. We half stepping. That shit take away from our strength, our bravado, when we don't know how this shit's supposed to go. So this is a thing that I just been trying to process, man. Don't sleep on nobody. And be ready. Be ready as you can. The man says he got cheated on, and you tell him he's the reason why he got cheated on because she didn't feel like she was getting enough emotional support from him, and you justify him getting cheated on.
And like I said, that's unfortunate. But the person that he
got cheated on, you would have been like, "Girl, that nigga ain't shit."
No, first of all, you don't know me, so you don't know what I would have said. I would have asked, well, what happened? What did you do? What did he do? I was trying to get the full story. But to just go on this I hate women train, I'm not about to do that. Like I said, give us the full details. But to just act like everything was just shine the rainbow, sorry, Uno, but it's more to it.
Right.
So I just want you to realize real quick, she was an emotionally deprived, and you think
then she entered a relationship with him.
But no, you can't add that speculation on. What we do know, based on what he shared, and somehow you're saying he emotionally deprived her. You think that correlates?
Because before she probably sexually had that experience with that man, she probably emotionally attached herself to him.
Why would you think that?
Because as y'all like to just say that women just go and just be loose and just have sex.
You do. Remember we had the conversation.
But the majority of women, they are going to emotionally, going to emotionally attach themselves to a man.
How?
And then have the intercourse.
How do you know that?
Because I know. The same way y'all know. The same way that y'all know everything that y'all done talked about all
No, what I'm saying is, how do you know that, and how can you justify that based on women's behavior?
Because it's statistics. Somebody do the research.
If she has a dream about me cheating, am I at fault now?
You did that shit.
You did that shit, nigga. You did that shit in your past life, man.
Damn, boy. So he got hit with a honey bun and it's his fault. Okay.
That's like a boomerang.
I mean, I don't know his situation. How much would you say yes or no?
Well, she let another man put his penis in her vagina. He didn't ask her to do it. She just went and did it because or whatever.
So, I mean, I don't know how necessarily it's his fault unless he, maybe he's seen the signs and just chose to ignore them. But other than that, like, I'm pretty sure you left after you found out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did the right thing.
Stepping away from it. So, is that an assurance for a partner? Is that an option as well? Like,
fellas,
like open book?
Yeah, I got you. Real quick. Hey, fellas, if you dealing with a woman and she call you a partner, get up out of there. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me log in that joint whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I think that will work for sure. Yo, that accountability helps people too. If you know somebody else is looking at this shit, like how you reply, what you reply to, the bullshit, right? So like, for instance, this might be risky. Callie and I can see it, and my wife can see it. Now, I don't even really look at it that much because I know that they be looking at it. But also, bullshit get flushed. You know what I'm saying? It like take a weight off you, Right? Because temptation killed the cat. Pun intended.
I don't even have a lock on my phone. You can pick up my phone at any moment and go in there and look and see text messages and all of that shit.
Don't get a password. You say delete it, it's gonna be deleted. You mentioned that one of the problems was that you have so much access on social media. Like, some people can message you, DM, your DMs popping. Him looking at it, is that going to satisfy him that it's confirmed now, or is he just trying to confirm whether or not you're responding back and cheating?
The con to that is that he gonna read all that shit the wrong way for sure.
Every time.
As he should. It ain't never all good.
I was just going to say something to the fact of, in terms of social media, although primarily I do it for content creation, if my man had an issue with it, I was at it, no questions asked, because I've actually been there, done that.
It calls for strokes. Like, somebody will punch you in your shit for talking too much and talking crazy.
It say that in the Bible? No, it doesn't say that in the Bible. That also equates to...
I knew it. A fool lips enter into contention and his mouth calleth for strokes. Proverbs 18:6.
Okay.
Because I read this shit. I'm just saying
I did too, 5,000 times.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, well, you didn't know that was in there, right?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out.
So...
Yeah. It's a broadcast. subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat, and to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Yeah, it's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat, and to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show.
Well, we can kill all this. We can kill all this. Say like, do you want to be next?
Anytime you ready, baby. I was supposed to be there.
Ooh, I'm with it.
I'm
with it. We can do it.
Knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. He hit harder than George. His reach is longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaws been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Man, dude. Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Incredible. Fast. And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat, and to all new new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love her. This might be risky. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show.
Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun down. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling, 6-pack wood when I'm traveling, 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 get that when I'm traveling, 6-pack wood when I'm traveling. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling, 6-pack wood when I'm traveling, 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 get that when I'm traveling, 6-pack wood when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling, 6-pack wood when I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling, 6-pack wood when I'm traveling. Seeking a place where y'all free, and I got what it takes to rock. It's a stampede!
DJ Hamp the Stampede.
DJ Hamp the Stampede.
Yo, check.
It's a stampede! DJ Hamp the Stampede.
DJ Hamp the Stampede.
Yo, what's poppin'? Like, share, subscribe. Damn. Tell a friend, man. Salute. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Yo, put a 1 in the chat if you feeling all right. You know what I mean? My voice sound crazy. It is what it is. We'll be here for a good time, not a long time, but I think this is an important conversation. You heard? Salute to everybody in the building. We got 70 people in the building so far, and we have 45 likes. Not bad. Hit the like button. That helps the channel the most, man. It's a weird climate, you know? It's a weird climate out here. Just during the conversations, and people send me so many clips and all that. I'll be trying to weed through this shit, but it's a weird climate when I'm getting these clips and these people who sending me shit, like how we moving, acting, and thinking. I don't understand it. I swear to God, I never seen this much grace in a Bible. I never seen this much grace, this much benefit of the doubt, this much doubt in the people that look like you. I never seen that shit. It's really weird to me, that ass. Like it's off-putting. You know? Like when we did the conversation about this whole chud thing, it's so many people like with so much understanding for foolishness. So much understanding for disrespect. Like, have y'all noticed that? Like, motherfuckers is trying to be so understanding, is so like right wing or left wing, whatever that shit is. They understanding shit that should never be understood. Ever. Why you get to disrespect me and I'm supposed to take it on the chin? Why? Because you don't think a word should have power? What are y'all talking about? That's not how nothing works. But we so weird. Like, it's like this level of understanding we trying to achieve for what? What's the benefit in it? It's just an interesting climate. It's an interesting climate. These niggas is escalating, right? They getting mad. They saying, white man, fight back. And we say, oh, don't get offended. Don't let it hurt you. What the fuck are y'all talking about? That don't make sense. I seen a video, I was trying to find it. Dude was saying, y'all don't want no civil war. Y'all don't own this. Y'all don't have grocery stores. He might have been right what he was saying, but he was saying, let's do it. He was saying, let's do it though. White dude. Let's do it. Let's get it done. We show y'all. I'm going to show y'all some comments, right? Because we always acting like it's a few people here and there. Let's see. This dude, Matt Walsh, as an example. Y'all know his content? You know what he be talking about? You know who he aligned with? Let me show you this, right? Because y'all so understanding of some shit. Like you ever got the benefit of the doubt before. Show you this, right? Go look at his page and all that, right? 3.42 million subscribers. And what is his content about? Right? 3.42 million subscribers. What is his content about? What he got to say about black people? And 3.42 million people agree with him. But y'all be acting like it's such a small pool. Y'all be talking about. Nah, Aaliyah, you misunderstand. Listen more. Listen more, okay? This is a serious thing. But we always acting like we be wilding. We doing the most. Nah, I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all. First things first, right? Racist. Racist. Of course you should be racist. I don't care how they define it, right? It don't matter to me at all how they define racist. We know what the suffix ist means. The people that we use to show us how bad we doing are literally racist perfectly. The Jews are racist perfectly. That's why their dollar stays in their community. You notice that? The Asians got in trouble in New York for having their own police station because they are racist. What does it mean? What makes it bad? The East Indians still have arranged marriages because that's their culture. They shop, eat, sleep with each other. Why? Because they racist perfectly.
We always talking about how good these people are doing. Why? Because they racist. Before desegregation, you could argue black people were doing the best. When we had to shop with each other, marry each other, live with each other, hire each other, right? When we had to depend on each other, what were the results? But it's like we can't comprehend this shit. But then we brag about it for other cultures, right? Let me show you this. I know my voice fucked up. It is what it is. I'm going to get this off, though, for damn sure. The suffix right here, ist, right? Indicating a person whose practices specializes and is an expert and advocates for something. I love y'all. Y'all feel all right. It's just my voice, you feel me? But I'm going to get this shit off. I don't give a fuck. Read the suffix. What does the suffix mean? Gymnast, pianist, racist. What does it mean? What does the suffix ist mean? But it's like we brag about other cultures doing it, right? Oh, look at the Asians. Look at the East Indian. Look, they got Chinatown. They got Koreatown. Because they racist perfectly. You can go shop there. You can go eat there. You can go work there. You can't own shit there, though. Go to 7th Street in Northeast in D.C. The whole shit is Ethiopian. The whole shit. They buy up everything, open up hookah bars, shit like that. I want y'all to try this. Go to the mall and buy some jewelry. Or just inquire, right? They'll have a jewelry store over here, right? The Arabs. You go, oh, I'm looking for a piece. He called a store down the block. On the other side of the mall. You know that, right? You know, he spit all in the phone. He said to do names, whatever his name is, right? You got a Jesus piece over there? He said, yeah, I'll bring it down there. He walked from the other kiosk down to that kiosk to sell you that same piece of jewelry. Because they working together. Because they all own the shit. Because they racist perfectly. And it's just grammar. That's it. But we like racism. A system, ideology, or set of beliefs and practices that structures opportunity and assigns value based on race. It operates on the belief that human traits are determined by race, resulting in perceived superiority or inferiority of a particular racial or ethnic group. Right? Here's where we might start to see some plights and issue. If people have a system that they can manipulate because they think people are lesser than strictly because of how they look, you could start to have issue here. But to be a racist, meaning having preference and affinity for, interest in, advocate for, build with, that's that word. Now we here. Racism. Racism is the thing that you start to see upsetting people, bothering people. It's the systems that start to hurt people or hold people back. Racism is systemic, right? That's the biggest one we see often. Right? This is where we start to see people hurting or hindering people because of the racism. Right? Now, when you talk about individual people, right? Because everybody's so smart and we so dumb at the same time. Bigotry is the issue for individuals, right? That's the shit that you complaining about. A bigot is a person who obstinately or unreasonably devoted to their own opinions and prejudices. The term typically refers to someone who is intolerant of other people's beliefs, backgrounds, or identities, often harboring unfair hatred or discriminatory attitudes towards marginalized groups. Bigots are the issue that we talk about. The bigotry is the issue. Because you can be a bigot based on race. Right? That's the action from person to person. How you treat a person. How you judge a person. The bigotry is what we have an issue with. Right? But not the racists. When we was separate, we was doing the best. When they separate, they do the best. When they work with each other only, they do the best. When they take over Dearborn, Michigan, they do the best. When we brag about them being better than us, it's because they do it together and they do it the best. Yeah, my voice going rock. What up? But the IST, to be a racist, makes sense. And we keep fucking bragging about them. The bigotry is what you got an issue with. The bigots is what you got an issue with. The racism that can be ingrained in systems is what we have an issue with. But to be a racist, because IST means what? Makes fucking sense. To hold the people down that look like you, that are your people, because they all do it and we brag about them. We got too many niggas out here talking scary as fuck. It's weird now. It's weird now. It's weird now, y'all. It's weird. Real shit. It's weird. Take the N-word, right? You could say the word shouldn't have power. We use it, whatever. We don't let people disrespect us, though. We don't let people disrespect us, though. Men don't let people disrespect them, though. You letting people disrespect you, though. Think about that. He could say whatever word he want. If you're trying to disrespect me, it's disrespect. Nigger, disrespectful. Bitch ass nigga, disrespectful. You a bitch, you a punk, you a sissy, you a faggot. It's disrespectful. Y'all saying accept disrespect? Remove the word. You know they trying to disrespect you is the point. Y'all trying to be so understanding. Y'all trying to give so much grace. I ain't never seen this much grace in the Bible. What y'all talking about? I told y'all a million times. I'm kind in the earth. I'm polite in the earth. My kids are well behaved. My wife is sound. I treat people kindly, blue, black, white, Mexican, it don't matter. Right? But when I'm investing, when I'm hiring, when I'm working with people, when I'm making decisions, when I'm trying to prop people up, those people look like me. They fucking look like me. Ninja cool, I ain't fucking with you. They look like me though. Why? Because just like y'all love to brag about, I'm a racist. Everybody you brag about is a racist. The Asians that you love so much that are doing so well, they are racist. You see it? The East Indians are racist. That's why nepotism is such a strong construct. Racist is the key. Bigots is where we got problems. Racism in the systems is where we got problems. But to take an interest in your people makes the most sense. To invest with you makes the most sense. To invest with me, right? Because it's the racist that their money stays in their community for 300 days or whatever the stat is. It's the racist that have a Chinatown that you can't open a store in or a restaurant. But when you go there, you can eat, shop, all types of shit. Everybody cool. They ain't acting like bigots. That's where we have an issue. We so scared to invest in each other. To work with each other. We down each other. We play each other. Oh, black restaurant this. What the fuck you talking about? When the last time you walked into a carryout? When the last time you walked into a carryout? It's dirty. It's dingy. The service sucks. But we just accept it. When the last time you walked into a one of these Arab corner stores? Dingy, dirty. Habib and them niggas ain't polite. They ain't nice. They ain't kind. Talking about. They selling you fucking Lucy's, knives, brass knuckles, bongs, cigarettes, cigars, fake weed, hash, and all types of shit. They treat you like shit. But you talking about black restaurants. You get treated like shit every fucking day you go in one of them stores. Poppy cool though. Bodega different though. A little, but even there. Niggas is bugging, son. Show you this, man. I'm just asking on this one. How, right? How? It's easy to inflate numbers if they don't make sense in the first place. Because they get to tell us we the most violent people and shit like that based on per capita numbers, based on overrepresentation and all that, right? But how, bro? How? How? Answer this question. This 13% since the 60s? How? How? This is some dumbass. Look, I said, give me the birth rates. Highest, high, historically high. Meaning throughout the history of the United States, high, right? Below average, lowest. Look. And I know you're going to say, oh, abortion. Shut up. Talking about. Because these are the kids that are born. You see? This doesn't account for abortions before you even say that. These kids are born. This is birth rates. Right? This is birth rates before y'all say, oh, but abortion. Shut up. This is birth rates. That means the kids are being born. Look. Right? There's a little bit of difference here, but we've been having more babies from white people all the time. How are we still at 14%? It don't make sense. Right? It doesn't make sense. I'm just looking at birth rates. superficial look. Don't make sense. But here's the key. It makes sense to do and say, so you can say we overrepresent in everything. Right? Because it's 22% of us on governmental programs. But how is it only 14% of us? Because you know what they couldn't say? If it was 22% of us and we 22% on the WIC and shit like that, then it'd be justifiable. But the birth rates don't coincide with staying stagnant for 60 years. Because that's how we know if we good or bad, right? Based on overrepresentation. Right? When they say violent crime, overrepresentation is why we so bad. But what about how, if the birth rates are so crazy and white people been dropping, how do we not gain any percentage points? Right? It don't make sense. Weird niggas say, oh, what? Yo, it's let me show you this, right? Hit the like button, salute. I apologize, my voice fucked up, but I'm gonna get this off. But it doesn't make sense to me, yo. All this love, understanding, grace, and benefit of the doubt for people who never historically ever needed benefit of the doubt, never wanted grace, and acted a fool in the earth. Yo, motherfucker say, you watch the videos from the 60s and all that. You got they just had a march in Virginia, right? In Virginia Beach. But with a bunch of white bigots. Black people walking around, oh, well, we shouldn't care. What are you talking about? This is weird, son. This is weird that y'all keep making excuses and giving this much grace. I'm saying, yo, be humble in the earth. Be kind in the earth. Work with whoever you need to work with. Be cool with who you want to. But y'all be playing, though. Y'all playing with them when they ain't playing with you. But if they give you something, if they disrespect for you, give them hell. If people disrespect you, hurt your family, talk down on your people, give them hell, son. But y'all don't even want to give them hell. You don't even want to say nothing to them. You standing right next to them. Now we got to fight you. Be cool, be kind, son. But if they do you dirty, if they disrespect you, give them hell. That's all it is. Look at this, right? So I watched this video. So I posted this May 25th, right? Fight breaks out. So you see the little boy fighting. So my thing was, it's other men, black men standing here, like around the vicinity. And I'm saying, yo, intervene. I was told to intervene. I ain't even saying you got to start fighting, but you could break it up. Look at the black man right here with his hand out, right? So that was my issue with this. Right? Because it's the black boy he fighting, right? But look at this, though. Right? Because y'all always acting like black people going crazy. Black people doing this and the third. Black people are the biggest. The fuck out of here, man. How? Because remember, we only 14% of something, remember? How? Right? Numerically, it doesn't even make sense. But look at this shit, bro. Look at these comments. I got 400 likes, 900 comments. And my commentary was, yo, Break the shit up. Should they have broken it up? Right? I was talking about how people were acting in the scene. Look at the comments. Right? So Mika says there's more to the video, okay? Right? Thomas, these white people. Should I click it? It got 21. Let me just scroll. Look at the white people in the comments. Big chimping. Kirk Miller, I want to know what the chant was. Something like get a job. Seem about right. Everyone chimping out. Keith Robinson, white boy, it's not a slur if it's true. Dave, I'm dying to know what the slur was because I don't believe it for a minute. Destin, white boy, any excuse to act a fool. Jacob, let me see. He said I was lying on the caption. I said, I don't know if it's my caption. I said, let me know if I'm bugging. It was my caption. Usual. But it's 900 comments. Look how they talking. Look at their perception. Look what they saying. Just read them. My Facebook page ain't even that big. I got like 6,000. I think it's like 12,000 altogether. Chug was right. The fatigue is real, and we added to it. Playing into this shit. Niggas championing this dumb shit. Look. Now, this was a fighting post, right? So you could say, well, why were they acting like that? Well, they was fighting. Okay. But just read the fucking comments. It's your neighbor. It's the person serving you food. It's the person you work with. This is them. But you out here playing. You out here giving grace. You out here giving the benefit of the doubt for what? Just scrolling. Just scrolling. And there's people going back and forth. I'm just scrolling. Right? We saying we know what it is. But y'all like play, y'all give them so much grace and it don't make no sense. But it's the people around you. It's not just some small minority group that you can cast aside. Nah. Because the propaganda, the inflammatory shit, the loud shit is what's put in everybody's faces. But it's not a small pool of people. So let me show you this. This guy does a good job, I think. I watched a little bit of it, but he's just going to show like, hey, it's the people that live right next door to you. But it's weird, right? It's weird that y'all give so much grace, so much understanding. You don't understand the verbiage. Racist, bigots, racism. These are three different things. The people that are racist perfectly, we exalt. They invest in each other. They work with each other. They hire each other. The racism, the systemic things that potentially are a burden or a hindrance to people are things that we need to assess. But bigotry is one-to-one. But the bigotry is one-to-one. I'm saying people you interact with, Noah. I'm always kind to everybody. I hold open doors, Mr., Miss, don't matter if you're white, black, whatever the case is. You comport yourself appropriately. If you can protect yourself, if you can defend yourself and others, right? You know, go around trying to bully people. That shit is corny. I'm physically capable, you know? We live in Texas. We have a lot of gun rights too. You don't even want to have to get to that point with nobody. But if you disrespect me or my family or the people around me, people that look like me, I'm going to intervene, right? Not even say I'm going to go over there and throw punches, but if I see something, like this guy broke down on his bike, right? And I was going to the store, a black guy. Then I came back, he was like surrounded by like a couple white boys. And I just rolled out the window. Hey, you straight? You good? Oh, they helping me put my chain back on. Okay, cool. Because you never know. Shit been escalated for less. But if you disrespect me and mine, I'm not letting that slide. Give them hell. They started it. Here's the thing, right? I got a post from a few years ago. Right? And it was a very similar thing.
At LLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLL 24 donated $200 through Super Chat. DJ Hamp, I think they love them so much more than the community. No matter what we say, they're going to ignore.
Salute the LI in the building, man. It takes so long to say your name. You read it. LI with the $200. Thank you, my brother. I really, really appreciate it, bro. He said, DJ Hamp, I think they love them so much more than the community. No matter what we say, they're going to ignore and defend their mind functions like that. Enough to overlook the community, overlook the good in our community. So when something happens, they have an excuse for anything. It's really sad, brother. DJ Hamp, I think they love them so much more than the community. No matter what we say, they're going to ignore and defend their mind functions like that. Enough, enough to overlook the good in our community. So when something happens, they have an excuse for anything. It's really, really sad. Yeah. You know? And I'm saying, yo, just be cognizant, man. Be cognizant. You know? And know people for who they are. Yeah, no doubt, Noah. Yeah. Yeah, be cognizant. Like, there's too much grace and benefit of the doubt. It's unnecessary. You know? So it's interesting. Let me play this video for y'all. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. I apologize for my voice, man.
Happy Mother's Day with her black son. Thank you for picking me to be your mama. And everybody in the comments decided to be racist. So I decided to expose them for who they are. 1,000 years of pure European genetics gone forever. When I tell you I dug into this person, you better get your popcorn ready. And you guys know me. Sometimes the comment is just too easy. I want the ones who are hidden, the ones who liked it. Drum roll, please. Wait, pause. No, rewind it back. Rewind it back. Let's get the second guy. Everybody meet Anthony. See, Anthony went to Louisville where he was a male cheerleader. Wait, is that black people in your squad? I mean, your man's right behind you cheering you on. But it gets better because Anthony has a really good friend. This guy. Now, DeVay is a bodybuilder. I hope I said your name right. And his parents. Oh, he got a white mother and a black daddy. But you like this comment. So this white mom posted Happy Mother's Day with her black son. Thank you for picking me to be your mama. And everybody in the comments decided to be racist. So I decided to expose.
Right. And what he's expressing is bigotry. But we always trying to act like it's some very, very small minority subset. Nah. People have these thoughts, you know. And I'm saying, yo, act right. Be gracious in terms of like just how you move in the earth, how you operate. But the level of understanding y'all have for people when they doing wrong, when they doing bad, you know, it doesn't match the judgment that you give your own people. And you could say, yeah, I'm not worried about them, but you use them as an example to juxtapose to your own people, to compare to your own people, you see? And we use people of other races and cultures to tout, to say, look how good they are, look how bad we are. Look how good they are, look how bad we aren't. And that's the part, just like we doing too much with that now. No, man.
Run! It's a stampede! DJ Hamp, the stampede.
DJ Hamp, the stampede.
And I don't, and the thing is, right, this ain't really picking me, you know? Like, I'm nice to people, so I generally don't, I'm kind to people, so I generally don't deal with a lot of stuff, right? I'm a mitigating factor. Because if I'm not playing, I'm not playing. But I try to be as prepared as possible at all times, man. So I'm going to drop this link. I don't got much time, just because I'm not feeling great. But I'm going to drop this link, see what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe. Salute to everybody in the building. Let's get it popping. Excuse me. Salute, man. JJ, what up, kid?
Yeah. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show.
Yeah. And just all this stuff about, hey, the N-word this, and we shouldn't care. I'm talking about disrespect. I'm just talking about disrespect. Whatever word you want to use, disrespect is disrespect. It's unnecessary, all called for, and you don't have to take it from anybody. You can try to mask disrespect in free speech, or you could try to say black fatigue, this, that, and the third. You can make your assessments. But disrespect is disrespect. Comport yourself appropriately. And if people choose to disrespect you, harm you or your people, be a hindrance, give them help. But don't act obtuse, like people aren't doing and saying these things. People don't have a negative disposition towards us. Let me try it. Let me try and drop it again. Let me see. Yeah, they might not be, Aaliyah. They might not be kind. You know, I'm just assessing. And when I saw those men standing there, watching it happen in that video, I'll show you guys the video. I think I was talking through it last time, so let me show you guys the video. That just so you guys know the reference. I just like, what is this? It don't make sense to me. Like, it don't resonate in terms of what did or didn't happen, you know? So let me show y'all this video. And I just dropped the link.
Get off! All the niggas in the world wanna fight you. Yo, this is wild. Surprising nation and
So you see the video, right? And here's the other thing that looks terrible is you see like the women coming from trying to help or whatever the case is. And I don't know. I don't have the context. You know, I don't have the context. So I don't know if those women knew her, but the black lady came with the suit jacket. Another one came, you know. Then the lady was, tussling. And I just see the men standing to the side. You know. And it's embarrassing, man. It's unbecoming, in my opinion. And I'm saying just break it up. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Darius, thank you, bro. CC, thank you. Darius sent me with $100. Says, for the sickness, man, get what you need. Thank you, man. I'm good, bro. You know? Don, appreciate you for the 5. He said the Most High gave you the strength to strengthen. Indeed. And my sister CC, of course, man, excited to meet CC for Risky Weekend too. But yeah, like, oh, 1 second, my bad, y'all. Hold on. Let me add Josh and my OG Prax to the scene real quick. Excuse me.
Yeah, I need to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. Prax was the word.
Shoot, did I get that? Just got finished brushing my teeth. Get that baking soda off my lip. What's good, Hamp? That was on the one, man. That was on the one.
No doubt.
That word breakdown and the ist, prefixes and suffixes. Well, you just did the suffix. Man, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you.
And speaking to that, being nice to people, I don't really think it's being nice to people. I think you just need to be a nice person. Because I look at life like this. What is it? The seed you sow, you reap what you sow, right?
Yes.
I take that understanding in life. Always have, I think Talib Kweli said, have love in the face of hate. And that always worked for me. Even though they think that they're disrespecting me, they're not. They really disrespecting themselves because they're giving themselves that negative energy. They're planting that seed in their soil and they have to reap that. So I don't want to match that negativity and put that negative seed in my soil, right? Mm-hmm. And then my soil is contaminated. My body is sick. You know?
Well, Prax, I don't think hate is negative. Like love isn't positive, hate isn't negative.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Oftentimes, those two emotions yield very similar results. You know, like for instance, I hate pedophiles. You know, and that's good. I love my children, and that's good. You know, you know, I know people that like love a person so much that person drag them down to the dumps. They trying to feed this person, clothe this person, you know, keep this person afloat. And I've seen people go broke and kill themselves trying to help somebody because they love them so much. That's bad.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can see that. They love somebody else so much that they hate themselves.
It looked like they hate themselves, like because of how they treating themselves or mistreating themselves or enabling, you know? That's bad, right? Because oftentimes we'll enable people we love, which is an overall negative, you know. So that's how I kind of break it down. But I understand your drift. Now, here's the only thing, Prax, right? I was a peer mediator in high school. I don't know if y'all ever had those. So basically, if people was fighting or fussing, we had like a room, and then as opposed to a principal going in, like one of the upperclassmen would go in there, you know. And I always kind of had a ability to like de-escalate this stuff or stand in the way of like when people like bullying and shit, because I really didn't like that shit, you know. There was one dude named Crackhead Johnny. We call him that because his head was like slanted, you know how it is, kids and shit. And he cussed out the lunch lady, but she always used to give us like free milk. You know how you got that one cool lunch lady, she'll put an extra piece of piece on your shit. So I go in, she crying. I said, "What happened?" You know, I'm kind of like late to school, but you know, I was about to graduate. And she like, nothing, what happened? So somebody was standing and say, "Hey, Hamp, Johnny was cussing her out and called her fat and shit." So word to me, I went to his classroom, got him out the classroom, out the shop class, brought him in here to apologize. Because that shit is unnecessary. And this is what's happening, bro. People just being bullied, talking shit. You know what I mean? Just being mean, like that chud shit. You just going out your way to be mean to people. It's disrespectful. That shit is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he was being mean still. I just think that he was just shining a light on human behavior.
Okay.
You know? Because he even exacerbated the negative emotions that he got from the white guy. Remember? The white guy spazzed on him. And he just showed it. He just went in on him.
Well, sorry. So I don't want to, I'm saying that I don't want to get too focused on the example. I catch your drift. Yeah. I'm just saying the behaviors in which to incite people, you know?
So, but we need those things because we need to see what not to do.
No, I'm saying I don't need to see it. I already know what to do. I'm saying disrespect is met with vigor. Right? We don't generally walk around just getting disrespected. That's why we keep on saying there's a low level threat of violence amongst men, because disrespect can escalate to physical violence. So that can't be true. And then we saying we need that example. No, we don't. Don't go around disrespecting people and you'll stay out of harm's way. Go around being kind to people so you don't have to be mean, so you don't have to be violent. You see?
Isn't disrespect subjective?
No. We know what disrespect is. We know what disrespect is. Now, what we tolerate is different, but we objectively know what disrespect is. My wife, let's say I say, "Hey, babe, go do X, Y, Z, whatever," right? She walk out, slam the door. She still go do it, but the slamming the door is disrespectful. Niggas know that. Now, if I don't say nothing about it, that's my decision. But I know what disrespect is.
Well, when she slammed the door, she was just expressing herself in that manner. I wouldn't find it disrespectful because she just slammed the door. She just hurt the door.
Can I come to your house and beat on your doors?
Well, if I let you in, I let you in for a reason. I have to know who you are when you come in my house.
Okay, so say I don't go inside.
If you don't follow any of the, Huh?
Your garage door. Say I don't go in. Your garage door. Can I go over there and just start kicking on it?
No,
You can, but you got to deal with the repercussions.
That's disrespectful. Like even like this, Josh. I come to your house. Boom, 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 boom. You don't knock on nobody's door like that. That shit is disrespectful. Now, Josh, if you open the door and say, "Hey, bro, come on," right? Or if you fling the door open, like, "What the fuck?" Either reaction is warranted or not. But we know what objectively disrespectful is. That's it.
Yeah, we all have the same culture in those regards. We're all part of this. If we were talking about somebody from a different country, maybe, right? But no, we were all pretty much raised together.
Yeah, let me ask you something. Let me ask you and Josh something.
Yes, sir.
Abandoning your children, is that disrespectful?
Abandoning your children?
Yes. If a mother or a father abandoned their child, is that disrespectful?
It's shameful.
Self-destructive.
Yeah.
No, but we're talking about the word disrespect now.
I don't think that pertains in the same way. And I think
you don't think that's disrespectful to the child that you abandoned?
Sure, but it's shameful. It's more embarrassing. I mean, it's pitiful. What is self-destruct? That's more what that is, right? We talking about interactions, how people are talking to you, what they saying about you, how they characterize the people, the culture, all that shit. We know what that is. But you saying something different.
So turning your back on a person, that can't be seen as disrespectful?
That is disrespectful, yeah.
So the the father turn their back on their child.
But
that would be disrespectful.
We talking about interactions, right? So me and Josh going back and forth, right? Or we have a disagreement, and I say, "Yo, Josh, paw my back." That's disrespectful. Now, whether or not he punched me in the back of the head or let it slide is his choice.
How is pawing my back disrespectful? You're just saying, "Pardon me."
No, that's not how that works.
I'm gonna turn my back on you. See, that's what I'm saying.
No, facts. We East
I understand
Coast.
what you're saying.
Here's what I'm saying though. We East Coast niggas though. So we know paw my back is disrespectful. We know that for a fact.
I don't know that.
So paw me, Prax. It's 216 people here, and Josh, objectively, right? It don't even matter what Prax say after this. Word is born. Objectively, we going back and forth, Josh. The only reason people say paw my back is to be disrespectful. That's the only reason. That's the only reason it's used. So Prax can say whatever he gonna say right now. That's my OG, but he gonna be 100% wrong about paw my back. All right, I press play. Prax, you can go.
I understand. It can be disrespectful.
It is disrespectful.
I can understand that it could be. You can consider it disrespectful, but if I look at the words that person is saying to me, pardon, that's like excuse me, and then my back, that's his back.
Come on, Prax.
That's their back.
We gotta keep the conversation up.
Hold on. What I'm saying is our outlook on words. Like, I give you an example. I was talking to this young lady,
Prax, hold on real quick, bro. This is what you are the people that I've been talking about then. If this is what you're trying to lay out. We literally know what things are. You trying to make sense out of things that don't need to make sense out of.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Is the word manipulate, is that a pejorative? Manipulate? Is that a pejorative word?
No.
Why you say?
Well, because do you think it is?
I think it's neutral.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that you can manipulate someone to do something what they deem is considered to be bad, and what they deem considered to be good.
It's the outcome of the manipulation that's good or bad, but manipulation in itself happens all the time.
Yeah, but people think that word, especially women, think that word manipulate is pejorative.
But what are you saying that to bring it back to what? Come on.
Because when you say part of my back is disrespectful, it's subjective. It's according to the outlook. You don't want to be the sheep following the herd. Doesn't it say something to the effect
you
of
you doing what I laid out? Josh, y'all too. Well, I gotta pause. I gotta go on mute for a second.
Yes.
But y'all can talk. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah.
You if you and I are having a conflict, I'm just screaming words at you, you screaming words at me, and I just turn my back to you. You don't consider that to be disrespectful?
I don't.
Like you ain't worthy of hearing anything? You're
If
not
you don't-
worthy of my time, that kind of thing? Just walk away like you ain't nothing?
Now, who said that I wasn't nothing?
That's the point of turning your back on somebody, is you're not worthy of even being afraid of, I can say whatever I want to say and just turn around and walk away. That's why it's disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful because they're doing what they're doing. I'm responsible for my actions. You understand what I'm saying? I have to breathe. They have to breathe. You understand? What they eat,
so this would
what
be
they
Hamp's
eat
point.
don't make me shit.
This would be Hamp's point. If 99% of white people walked up to you, said some derogatory thing, and then just turned their back on you, you just let it go?
They just said words. Now, if they touch me, that's another thing. Now I have to retaliate with retaliation.
That's the point. And this isn't the first. This is like 100 topics we've had in the last 2 years. That's the point. People let it slide. And that's why we have this stuff in the society.
Let what slide though? Words?
Yes.
Okay. That I think, matter of fact, I know that's one of the reasons why the First Amendment and the Second Amendment are there. The First Amendment, you can say whatever you want, right? The Second Amendment is, okay, you might get offended by what I say. Now I got to protect myself.
How do you feel about the normalization of the N-word being used randomly on the street?
What I care? I hang out with Vietnamese people and they call each other niggas all the time.
This is the problem.
It's a word, man.
Normalizing disrespect ensures that you're going to constantly be disrespected.
So what am I supposed to do when somebody called me what you would say the N-word? What do you think my response would be?
Well, I don't know what your response would be. I can tell you what
should it be?
You should remove his nose on the other side of his face. And we all learned this lesson in middle school. You too, sir.
Do you know anything?
We fought over these words.
Do you know any? That's why we're children. We're not children anymore.
So I can disrespect you as a child. I can't disrespect you as a child, but I can as an adult.
Listen, your words won't do anything to me. If you touch me, now that will do something to me.
Will it not embolden other people to do the same?
What? Put their hands on me or say something to me?
If I go into the middle of Hamp's Discord and just start screaming the N-word at everybody I come across, right? And y'all let it slide. Is that going to embolden other white people to go into the Discord and do the same?
It's possible.
That's what they're talking about, the concept of disrespect. Something has to push back against it.
No, the thing you push back against it, you have, like I said earlier, you have love in the face of hate. If you call me the N-word and your spirit wants to degrade me, I'm only responsible for me. I could take it however I want to take it, right? But I choose to take it as, okay, you're just talking. But you won't touch me, though.
It would be the case that if it was just some random person coming in and just talking in Discord, obviously you can't be physical, right? But there'd have to be some type of pushback, wouldn't there?
That pushback cause you humans to hurt each other. You children to hurt each other.
We have to fight, yes. Respect is earned, not given. Disrespect is what's just randomly given. Respect is earned. You have to do something for it.
Now, over my years, people said things that other people deemed disrespectful to me and did things that other people would deem disrespect to me. But I handle it in the way of, okay, that's what they're doing, you know? And then I had those same people that they think that they disrespecting me come back to me and apologize mulling. Because you call me the N-word, okay, All right, brother.
But if they came back to apologize, they knew it was disrespectful, regardless of your.
See,
it doesn't. Prax.
They
your
thought
reaction,
it was disrespectful. I don't.
Hold on. You are problematic, right? Your reaction is one thing, okay? Yeah. Disrespect is another. That's all you're articulating. You got disrespected, and you didn't react to it. You let it slide, right? You didn't let it change your disposition. We accept that, but it's still disrespect, right?
Let me ask you something.
And I'm saying, people give them an inch, they take a mile. I'm saying, be the mitigating factor. Be kind. Help people. But people don't get to disrespect you. If people disrespect me, I'm going to give them hell. That's what I'm saying. It's very
this is
clear.
America.
It's very clear and concise.
Yeah, this is clear too. This is America. You can say what you want, but you can't touch me.
You can say what you want and deal with the consequences of what you say.
Yeah, but you can't touch me though.
No, I can touch you. I can touch you.
No, you can't.
Yes,
if you do,
yes, I can.
Just because you can don't mean you should.
Just because you can say anything you want doesn't mean you should. That's the point.
Listen, if I call you the N-word.
No. What about what I said? Just because you can say doesn't mean you should say.
Just because I think you shouldn't say something, I can't make you do anything.
What's assault? Yeah? What's assault?
I don't know what that is.
I say
if you
Prax,
hit somebody.
No, Prax, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's assault. What's battery? Me putting my hands on you. See?
Is assault is a crime?
Verbal threat, yes, it's a crime.
Okay, now see that's different. That's a verbal threat.
You said you can say what you want.
I understand that, but the thing is, you express hurting me. You calling me the N-word is not hurting me.
Hold on, I thought you said you could say what you want.
Well, I'm talking about the instance of
you
just calling.
So you concede.
Let me finish.
You can real quick before you finish. You concede. You can't say what you want then.
Yeah, you can't say what you want.
So I can say I'm gonna fuck you up, Prax.
Okay, now see, I know what F you up mean. I know what fuck you up mean, right? That means you're gonna harm me physically.
No, I said I didn't.
Not
do anything.
Emotionally.
I said I didn't do anything. I said it.
Yeah, you said it. You can say that. Why you can't say that?
Because you get arrested for it, right, Josh?
It's kind of assault, yeah. If you two are standing face to face and he says it, he's going to jail for being the aggressor.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Because you can't say whatever you want. There's limitation.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I can see that point. But I'm talking about you're talking about legally, right? That's legally.
You're talking about legally, Prax.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, because you're saying, well, Prax, here's why you're talking
right now.
Real quick, beloved. This is why you're saying legally, because you said in America, right? Because you're predicating things off the First Amendment. You can say what you want, right? Because you're saying legally you can say. Yeah.
Yeah. I did open that door.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Prax.
But I was conflating the two. My apologies.
Prax, can I try it this way? Would you want to live in America if white boy here could say the N-word to you whenever the hell he wanted to? Would you want to live in this country?
Yes. That's what makes this country great. You can't tell me, Josh, how is it that you can tell me what to be offended by?
It's not about being offended. It's about taking respect. If you're going to settle for white boys walking down the street and throwing an N-word at you randomly, right? And you're just going to accept it and you want to live in that society, I don't know what to tell you.
I have niggas calling me niggas.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Hey, Josh, hold on. Shad, what's poppin', my brother?
Shad, in these conversations,
I don't know, man. It's been a little disheartening to hear Prax talk, but I don't know. First of all, how you doing, Hamp, man? It's good to be back, man. It's been a while since
I
I've
know,
been
man. I'm smiling and shit.
yeah. Trying to get the room right so we do the the issue in
Yeah,
person.
word.
Got the spot right. Yeah, man. I was thinking two things, man. Because considering Prax's age, I think Prax is a very intelligent man. From if I heard him talk, but either two things are happening. Either he's being very selfish right now, or he's being ignorant to history and how civilization works. Because to reduce the conversation to how you feel about a one-on-one interaction, when we're talking about respect, I think that's selfish, right? Because we know one-on-one, right? We're never advocating for individual men just punching people in the face with disrespect, right? But we talk about nation building, right? And I'm saying in America specifically, propaganda has power, right? So what you allow people to say about you, allowing yourself to be disrespect, the nation sees that. So if we're talking about black men, right? Like we shouldn't allow people to denigrate our name and who we are. That we should be offended when people do that, because you know what? Other nations do it. That's why the Middle East is always pushed against the propaganda that America spreads, because they know how powerful propaganda is. Birth of a Nation is a prime example. They convinced white people that niggas was worried about raping white women. What the fuck? What? Words. The things that you say don't matter, Prax, they matter. Everything, and I've been saying this for a long time, Prax. Everything starts with words. Once you can convince people of the psychology, then what comes next? The policy, then the laws. But it starts with the words. So words do matter. People shouldn't be allowed to disrespect you. We should be unified on that, Prax. No, as black people, we're not standing for it. Trying to do the cool thing, I get that when you talk about your own individual path in life. But as a group of people, we should not be allowing ourselves to be disrespected for no reason. Nobody else does it, because right, like what Hamp said it when he was doing his sermon. It was a dope sermon, by the way. Hamp, salute.
Thank you, sir.
The Jewish people understand that every time words get said about them that they don't like, they do something about it. It's a reason for it, not just because they're easily offended. They understand what propaganda can do to your position in the world, and it's unfortunate seeing elder black men not understand that and not be preaching to the younger black men. Hey, the way people talk about us, the way we stand in the world, it matters. So we need to call it out. We need to be ferocious about the way we call it out too, so people can know we're not playing. So I don't like I said, Prax, I don't know if you just reduce it to your one-on-one idea, but I'm saying as a group of people, why are we letting it slide? We know words don't actually hurt, Prax, but come on, man. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that kindergarten mentality that they told the kids. Words matter, bro. They matter a lot.
Yeah, words matter, man, for sure.
I'm
done.
Can I return?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm not selfish, right? And my stance on this, because I'm sharing this so everyone can follow. Everyone that's under the sound of our voice, right? I have acted in the way to whereas I had positive things come to me, right? Everybody want positivity in their life. So if you walk around thinking that certain things are negative, and life is going to give you that. So how are you going to respond to that? Are you going to make yourself sick and give your body cancerous cells because somebody else said something? Your outlook determines on how you think. So if you think that word is a negative word, of course,
you're
gonna do negative things.
But why are we pigeonholing what he said to? See, here's the issue, right? I see the people with the pushback. They keep on saying N-word. That's not. He didn't even mention that. He didn't say one thing about the N-word. In my opening monologue, there's several words that are disrespectful, phrases, framing, stereotypes. Right? I didn't focus on the N-word, but y'all keep on saying y'all getting mad about the N-word. No, we saying disrespect. The ADL gets to make sure anything anti-Semitic only pertains to them, right? But I've explained this before. Anti-Semitic should be anti-Shemitic because Noah has 3 sons, right? Japheth, Ham, and Shem. Shemitic is what they're saying, right? However, several manners of people come from Shem. But somehow, if you say anything about the Jewish people, it's only them. That's how much words, phrases matter. They make everything anti-Shemitic. Prax. But real quick, just the last thing, right? That was Shad's overarching point, not just the N-word.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Kinda, but we really want to reply.
Kind of, right?
We really want to reply like to what he said.
Yeah, okay. I'm from New York. I live in New York, right? And you gave the example about the bodegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
First generation, they don't really know English that well. And I don't even know what they're saying. So if they say something that they deem derogatory about me in a language which I can't understand, how am I supposed to find that disrespectful?
See, Frank, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know if you like purposely doing it to be the contrarian.
Wow.
We're talking about intent. We're talking about intent, bro. We're not talking about words. What I'm saying is, and I don't want to harp on an example. Chud the Builder in America could have picked anybody to play with. You don't think he consciously made a decision to play with black people? Because he knows when we talk about protection in America, he knows the group you can get that off with. He intentionally bothered black people for a reason. He
What is
just
that
roll
reason?
the dice and say black. He said, you know who I can get this disrespect off with? Because we got guys like Prax like, hey, y'all, it's just a word. No, why are you intentionally bothering me? Why?
Why is it bothering you?
Prax, you're not understanding, not the word. There are people walking around enjoying life. And there's a random white man saying, let me bother them with my camera. Why is he picking this group of people?
Why is it bothering you?
Nigga, if you see me somewhere and you
just bother me. You just call me nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Yes. If you start antagonizing me, it's gonna because I'm a human being. I don't know why y'all think people are superhuman, bro. We gotta get rid of this non-emotion, this stoic robot shit. It don't exist. It never existed in the world.
It
when
did.
Did it exist?
It did.
When?
Right now.
It don't exist right now.
Hamp did it. Many of times I've seen him do it. Stoic does work, and he got respect for that. Even in the midst of, you might assume that he's been disrespected on his panel.
That's what I'm saying, practically.
You understand what I'm saying? But you didn't answer my question, brother. Right? If I don't know that they're disrespecting me in another language, I don't understand what they're saying. But to them, it's disrespectful, right? To me, chocolate, right? I don't know, right? What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know, right? Only way I know that you're disrespecting me by your actions, not your words. If you push me, you disrespecting me.
So the example I just provided, were his actions disrespectful?
Words, action, no.
No, his actions. The guy that everybody talking about, the Chud guy, were his actions disrespectful?
What actions did he take? Did he put his hands on somebody?
See, I'm just like, at this age, Hamp, I'm to the point. If I got to convince a person this age, I don't think I can, bro. I just fall back. You the master of this type of thing. I can't convince him that somebody finding random people to antagonize is not considered disrespectful.
You know why I think
if he saw a fat woman walking down the street and he just walked up to her, hey, big girl, you fat motherfucker, he was intending to disrespect her or him.
Well, that's him though. That's him doing that. I worked in. Just one more thing, I'm gonna let you have it, Josh. I've worked in the mental health sector, right? Mm-hmm. And they do a lot of things to the point where they even let me ask you something. If somebody take their feces and throw it at you, is that disrespectful?
So
yes, he's gonna die.
Incapacitated person. Prank, you gotta stop, big dog.
How you know Jug the Builder's not incapacitated?
That's why I said I think you're doing the contrarian thing. It's kind of getting obvious.
No, we having a conversation. We can fabulate.
Yeah, but
brother.
you're being a contrarian because even your examples now you use a mentally incapacitated person to an able-minded person to make your point. Come on, man.
I don't care if you're mentally ill. If you're in the street, you throw your crap at me. Yeah, somebody's gonna die. We're so past fighting.
Yeah.
I want life now.
Feces can't kill you. Yeah.
But that's, I don't know why you're going there, right? Here, let's try this. This is my fault because I brought up the N-word because I'm white. Go figure. Can I insult your wife? Can I insult your mother? Can I insult your children? Can I insult your grandchildren? Will you let any of that slide?
I don't think Hamp's up here.
I'm up here.
I'm not talking to Hamp. I'm talking to you.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Can I insult any one of your family members?
You can, yeah. Why you can't?
I don't know.
Want to? Do you want to?
No.
No, I just don't understand.
Josh, rephrase it. Would you allow him to insult them?
Oh, okay. Would you allow me to just stand in front of your grandkids and start screaming at them? What are the most disgusting, disrespectful things that you could possibly think of?
Would I let you? I mean, how can I not let you?
By probably getting in front of me, at the very least, getting in front of me, between me and your kids, pushing me down. I don't know. So I'm a little guy. You should have no problem. Got to be something you can do.
I say, hey, yo, take it easy.
Okay, that's it. At least something. There, that's a start.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course you're not gonna say anything. I'm not saying you shouldn't say anything.
That's what Hamp's talking about. Is you got to stand up and do something.
Okay, if you want to do verbal melee, that's okay. But I don't need to take that energy in. I don't want that energy.
I don't know, man. Shot, and this is the overarching issue, right? And I know Josh and I agree on this all the time. Like, we give so much grace to things that don't deserve it, to people that don't deserve it. And they continue to ignore this, right, Shad? I'm saying be the mitigating factor, right? The more you can fight, the less you want to. I swear to God, I was sparring on Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget. But we had a new guy, right? But he was big. Was it Wednesday? What's today? Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. And he was bigger guy, right? But he really he just started, But he hits hard, but he can't really box, So when we go in, boom, 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 and I start getting the better of him, and he start to kind of fade, I slow that shit down, right? I ain't trying to pound him into oblivion or submission, pause. He's still trying to learn, but I had to let him know there's levels, right? Because until he learns how to box, but it don't make me feel good to beat the hell out of him for 3 rounds. So now, once you kind of settle him down, right? Now I start to say, hey, listen, you keep dropping your right arm while we sparring, right? Because I want him to be better, But it make no sense for me to dog him. So I'm saying comport yourself well so that you don't have to take nobody's fucking head off. That don't make sense?
But that's an agreed upon interaction.
No, that's me. But I'm saying disrespect though. So if I get disrespected, they had to make that decision to do that. I'm not giving nobody provocation. But we are, and this is when you use that example of the builder guy, this is unprovoked disrespect. They not doing nothing. That's ridiculous. Shy.
I mean, we do.
Do we know what disrespect is, Shy?
I think I'm not sure, Hamp. I'm not sure. Just even
absolutely. Absolutely. If I'm just going off of the people in your Discord, Hamp, 100%, everybody in there knows what the hell disrespect is. 100%, we all damn sure know what it is. We were all raised together. We were all raised with the same. Okay, so when we grew up, we might act like wolves or act like we were raised in barns, right? But we all were pretty much taught how not to behave around other people, how not to interact with people.
I guess I'm thinking about younger people, Josh. I'm just saying, like, just even now, like, yeah, you're right.
We know, we just don't do a damn thing. That's really what it boils down to. We let it slide too many times. And I know we've had this discussion on the panels. And I never agree with it, right? Because every time we go up to it, can I say the N-word, right? Everybody's like, I don't care. I don't, like almost 100% of the time. And it's completely false, because there's always somebody in the group, they're going to come out of left field. I'm going to get clocked for dropping the N-word, right? Like, it's going to happen. But nobody stands up and says it. Now, I agree, if you're going to fight back against it, right, that person should remain unknown, right? So that's why the conversation shouldn't take place with me. But there should be people in society standing up and saying, you know what? You're not going to disrespect us. You're not going to behave any kind of way. You're not going to come into the Discord. You're not going to talk any kind of way. You're not going to jump up on YouTube panel. You're not going to talk any kind of way to whoever you want. You're just not going to do it. It happens. We see it, right? But we, for some odd reason, will not openly say, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate the crap. I'm just not.
So you guys are Democrats, huh?
I'm a far-right extremist.
You with that pronoun shit, huh?
I am absolutely the most racist. I'm a Christian nationalist. I want to put people in chains.
But I'm saying, you for that pronoun shit. Like,
what
call
pronoun?
people what he, she, them. A man could be a woman.
No, I believe in sir and ma'am.
Okay.
Sometimes it slips, most of the time, even that, because apparently our society's gotten away from that.
Now, those people are taking your stance. Don't call me that.
Don't call you sir?
Don't call me there's people out there that don't call me sir. They could be a full-on biological man, and you need to call me ma'am.
Price, what you talking about, bro?
Okay, they taking the same stance that
Price,
you guys
what
are taking.
about?
It's disrespectful. Hold on. It's disrespectful for you to call me a ma'am, right?
What?
And I'm a male. And they want it like that.
Well, if somebody calls you, there you go. If somebody calls you ma'am, that's a sign of disrespect. If I come up on panel and I address you and say, how's it going, ma'am? Is that not disrespectful?
If that's what you want to call me, fine.
Hey, real shit.
No.
Real shit though. Hey, real shit.
That shows your ignorance.
Yo, this is
not mine.
Yo, Shad, this is the overarching concern. Oh, Shad, go ahead. I'll say it when you come back.
That's why people coming back. This is why people want to come to America, because that same ideology is happening over where they're from. You can't talk bad against the Sultan. You can't talk bad against the president, or you get 40 years or some shit. Then somebody get 40 years, some British guy in Thailand somewhere get 40 years for talking, saying pejorative terms about their king or some shit like that. Didn't that happen over there?
Thailand,
okay. Now you want to do that here?
Yeah, but except for those laws in Thailand are based on the concept of disrespect. You can't say anything you want about the king. Okay, they will put you under the prison. So it's a sign of disrespect.
Do you want that here?
Yes.
Yo, I think we understand, like, we also misunderstand freedom, right? There's a very fine line in it, you know, because too much freedom becomes anarchy. And we are devolving in U.S. culture, right? It's not getting better, it's getting worse. And
how?
Even the thing that you had mentioned with the transgenderism, it's just as a small example, you know?
So you said, okay.
So, it's just bad. I want to say, you got to change your setting. I want to say,
okay, yeah, okay.
I'm kind of waiting what I was saying. I was just saying, Shad, I was saying, like, this is a real problem, like, dead ass. And then we complain about being disrespected, right? Like, our women will say that they're the most unprotected, right? You heard that sentiment? Black men, we will say we need to accept the trope that we most disrespected, but why? The women don't respect us. Kids don't respect us. Other men don't respect us, right? It was even an argument about we are a, what's that thing? Fetish. We are fetishized by other women, like women of other races, right? This level of trying to understand a thing that doesn't need to be understood, that is understood by everybody else. And now we have too many men trying to make sense out of a thing that never made sense. That is a scary notion. That is a dangerous notion.
And I'm trying to understand the psychology. I'm trying to understand, like, what is it that is it fear, like that we're and it's just Prax talking, right? So maybe this isn't. Nah, I take that back. It's just a lot of people that come in these panels and kind of push the same agenda, because I think maybe they thinking somebody's asking them to go out and just be a warrior and punch and shoot people for disrespect. That's not what we're saying. I'm saying that clearly people still understand. People like Chud, the rest of these guys, there's groups of people you can get this off on. There's groups of people you can't get it off on. What's interesting enough, right, and I know where I'm at, but when you talk about the people that want the pronouns, clearly to them, that's how much they understand their existence mattering. People need to respect their desire. Just to use the example, that extreme example, right? They know so bad they going to Congress to make these things reality, and we say no, just words. It just
Shad, hold on, Josh, real quick, Shad. Yeah, they saying you low. I can hear you. I know we can hear you fine, but they saying you low. And make sure you got the mic selected. Say something.
You know what? I don't know if I got it selected either, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's selected because I want him to hear what you're saying. Go ahead, Josh, while he fixing.
Well, that was the point. The whole LGBT community and the whole pronouns thing was all based on the concept of they want to respect by disrespecting us. Now all of a sudden somebody can call me ma'am.
Tick.
You could say you don't appreciate it.
And turn it up, Shad.
No, I'm disrespected by it. We got to fight. Call me a lady.
Tick.
We just got to. Like,
How
I
you
don't
gonna
know
fight?
what else to do.
How you gonna fight now? I'm calling you a lady online now.
Well, I
on video.
I fight a different kind of way, right? But if it has to be online, I'll probably go into Discord and mess with you. I'll fight back. I'll find some way to fight back.
That's fine. Yes. Okay. You don't want to put your hands on nobody because they said something.
Well, no. I'm a bad example.
Said something that's not a threat.
No, that's right?
That's
the thing. Like, what begets violence? There's a bunch of things that beget violence, right? Yeah. As an example, you put your hands on people that belong to me, my kids, my wife. I'm gonna put my hands on you.
Sure.
If you verbally disrespect my children or my wife, it's gonna escalate quickly.
Hands?
Yes.
Yes.
No man.
Somebody gonna die.
Yeah.
If need be, man. Yeah.
And I'm glad you said somebody, because I'm also not obtuse to the fact that it could be me. See, that's the other thing that people misunderstand about fighting and brawling. You don't win. It ain't a guarantee. But I'm saying, if you call my wife just out her name, slur her, no, that's unacceptable. I would be more likely to allow it to happen to me than to them.
Well, we're talking response now.
I'm talking about the responses, what you've been talking about most of the time. But we understand.
You said level.
What disrespect is all. Real quick.
You said.
Sorry, Brad. I just want to test Shad mic.
Check. Is it better?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Damn, my bad. I'm still. It's crazy. I do movies. I don't know how to do a damn podcast. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I was saying about the like the trans and all that. Like they understand how important it is for people to adhere to or respect the desires that you have. And I'm saying it's interesting hearing us, particularly practicing this current conversation, being like, it's just words. And I'm like, it's never been just words. I understand that practically though. Practice right. I can't go out and be ready to fight every time somebody say you ugly. Like I get that, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that's kind of intellectually lazy to reduce the conversation to that. As far as what the premise that Hamp is trying to set, which is a group of people. Why are we so graceful for the things that other people do? If you read a book and just read historically what has happened to us in the last couple hundred years. That's what's amazing. The fact that we all ain't decided, you know what? Somebody got to pay. Somebody got to pay. Because when I read what happened to our people, somebody got to pay. We haven't done that. I've heard people say that's what white people scared of. That one day we gonna decide, you know what? Fuck it, let's let it all burn down. We gonna get our lick back, and that'll be the end of this nation. We don't do that.
Hell yeah.
We don't do that though. That's the grace he's talking about. It's
So
stuff
we
still
should-
happening now. No,
So-
I'm not making a suggestion. Practice, don't do that. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not making a suggestion of what happened. I'm saying that's what some of the conversation has been. We have so much grace for everybody else.
We had grace for them because we let them over here to live. They was running away from persecution.
Huh?
We let them here. You talking about white people, so-called white people. You know what I'm saying? My understanding is different from a lot of you guys' understanding because I understand the history for what it is instead of what it appears to be, right?
I don't know what that means, bro. That's a riddle.
Because when you say what they did to our people, what people? Who are they?
White people came to America, enslaved black people. That's what he's talking about.
No, we enslaved ourselves.
Oh,
you guys
good
don't
Lord.
know about the Yamasee Wars.
So if I walk up to you with a pair of handcuffs, you're gonna just put yourself in them?
No, that's not how it went down, man. We was warring over here, right? It was different sects of tribes of people here, right? And they was warring. Read your history, man. Read the Yamasee's history. There's laws on the books that says you cannot enslave a Moor in South Carolina right now. Okay, I'm on a different. When you say white people, black people, I know the knowledge that I have. White is a status, black is a status, right? But you putting colors on people. Nation building isn't. That doesn't. That's we looking at y'all like non-compass mentors. Y'all like, what's wrong with you?
Do you think I can tell the difference between a black person and a Moorish person?
You will be considered a Moor.
What?
Yes.
Okay, whatever. I guess.
Look up Jane Elliott, man.
Oh my gosh.
And she will be
I'm just trying to
considered
figure
white.
out, Frank, with all this knowledge that you got, this knowledge that nobody else has, what can we do with it?
Yeah, other people do know this knowledge because
I'm saying, okay, cool. You and the rest of the people that understand it better than everybody else. What can we do with it? How can we use it to benefit us going forward?
To stop conversations like this, like white people, black people, you're gonna fuck around and have a civil war between so-called white people and so-called black people.
We in a war now.
How?
Christian nationalism is fundamentally the head of the U.S. government currently. Some of the agendas that exist, like voter registration or voter rights being taken away, right? Like you don't think we're gonna aim that at people that don't look like me? Do you think that I am voting for a government to benefit people that look like you, or do you think I want my government to benefit people like me that look like me?
Us that know who you are, even when you don't, you would not be allowed to. There's a term, a Latin term in the United States government. It's called parens patriae. Look that up. Now, if you kids want to fight, go ahead. We're gonna clean it up, and then in the larger spectrum of things, the governance, the UN gonna come in and clean you up.
Has anything ever happened in history that was generally bad by your perception that wasn't allowed to be?
Yeah, all the time. That's why that's why I don't agree with. That's why I didn't agree with Hamp when he said something about we're what he said. We're degrading. The society is descending or something to that effect.
Degradation.
I think we're doing degradation.
Worse.
Yeah, degradation. This always been happening. Abortion's always been happening. Gays always been around.
No, that's not
Divorces always happen.
That's
right. People always
not true either.
People always fought each other.
That's true.
Now tell me about the Yamasees wars. Who were the Yamasees?
I don't know.
Okay. Those were melanated people, copper colored. Me, South Carolina, Florida, some parts of Louisiana, maybe some of North Carolina, but that was the Lumbertons. But see, that's the thing. When you call yourself these names, how are you going to be a nation calling yourself white people and black people and Christian nationalists? You Christians aren't a nation. You aren't a nation. We let you say that you're a nation, but you're never going to be that.
Bro, what was I talking about?
You're not recognized in the UN.
What was I talking about?
No, we don't recognize the UN. You're correct.
No, you're not recognized in the UN. The United Nations don't recognize. There's no representative for Christian nationalists.
Correct. The same way that the United Nations doesn't recognize Christianity as a nation, or Islam as a nation, or any other religious belief as a nation.
Where we wrote those books.
Oh, okay. So I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. We're just
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on. Wait a minute. Whoa, my money here. Get the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. Put him in the bedroom.
The prices on my head, cock my shit.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. They've been begging me to open the bathroom up.
Of course they want to throw me in the bathroom because y'all children want to still fight. Y'all want to raise.
Prax, I hope to God somebody in the chat comes after me to protect you. That's what I hope. I honestly hope. You know what?
Why would they come after you?
Because
they need you here to see.
It's not even
because I should not exist up here having this conversation with you. It shouldn't be the case.
And see, that's the problem. Why not?
Because this problem should not exist in our society. It just shouldn't exist.
You helped us fight off the Mongolians. Stop it.
I got OG Rilla in the building.
OG Rilla.
Rilla, I'm trying to tell you.
Pleasure.
Me and Dr. G was talking the other day, Rilla. And she be like, yo, the Gen Xers who hit the link be having Gen X looking crazy.
Yeah. I'm stuck like Chuck, man.
24 donated $100 through Super Chat. By Prax and Josh.
Oh, man.
At Superstar 2 Death donated $20 through Super Chat. Cool, both y'all can go.
Yo, I didn't want to open the bathroom.
Put him in the bathroom.
Yo, I was trying not to open it.
Man.
Rilla was good though, man. I love you, man. I'm happy to see you, man.
Nah, I love you more, man. I hate to hear you sounding like this, but hey, Shad was right, man. That sermon in the beginning, I was like, man, I had to share that out. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go back, revisit that a couple times, man. That was so on point.
No doubt.
I hate that and shout out to Dr. G too, man. But yeah, I hate that I even have to come up here. I ain't gonna be up here long, man. I hate that I even have to come up here because, it's almost like that skit on In Living Color, where Damon Wayans in jail and he's speaking like a 5%er. Talking about the pontification and the edification because of the numeration and the denomination. Like we just talking in circles, fam. And Shah, you're right, man. These are the examples that we put before the babies, and then we want the babies to get it. Right? We want the young men to get it. So words don't hurt you. Like the sticks and stones. Do you even understand that when they say sticks and stones may break my bone? That was all control. Them teachers was trying to control the classroom so that the boy students really wouldn't get unruly, right? You and Hamp, you know this for being in the schools. It's natural for girls to be for you to give girls instruction and they sit and they nice and they quaint and they pretty and all the other things. And then the boys, they got this pent up energy. So you're trying to control that pent up energy, right? We have examples throughout history of sticks and stones breaking bones and words. Hurting people. And last thing, I got because he gone, so I got to dip. Y'all gotta stop misquoting the First Amendment. You get this twisted. It's crazy how twisted y'all get this, fam. The First Amendment protects you from persecution of the government. That's what that protects you from. It does not protect you from persecution of me. So as much as you think you can say whatever you say, if I take that as disrespect, I have every right. And I'll deal with the consequences on my end, right? Because y'all talked about assault and battery. But y'all got to stop thinking that the First Amendment gives you the right to say whatever. When it's been proven time and time again, you do not have the right to say whatever you want without consequence. So go ahead, Hamp. You got it, man.
Nah.
Hope you feel better though, man.
Yeah,
I really do hope you feel better, but I can hear the passion in your voice, how you was powering through that monologue, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, I appreciate you, man. It's so good to see you. And no, 100%. And I think this is people know what you're saying to be true. We just gotta keep repeating it, right? Because people are acting obtuse to the First Amendment. They know what it actually means, right? But they leverage it in a disingenuous way.
Hamp, I honestly don't think they do. I think again, Shot was on point, man. When he pointed out the got doggone birth of a nation, y'all know that was shown in the White House.
Yes.
Right? You talking
first blockbuster movie. First blockbuster movie in America, man.
Right. You talking propaganda. So these people have been told so much that your freedom of speech is guaranteed under the First Amendment that they really don't even understand. They have not read. I was on another panel. They had to pull it up. I'm like, no, that protects you from persecution of the government. They don't protect you from persecution of me. You say something about my wife, my seeds, whatever. I'm definitely gonna run off in your mouth. No pause.
At Fatboy4Life427 donated $20 through Super Chat to keep Prax and Josh gone.
Yo, man.
I'm gonna let you and Rashad have a proper build, man. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm in the clouds, man. Salute.
Yo, man.
And see, Hamp, that's my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm about to say shit. Go ahead.
That's what I was thinking about, right? We talk about like how Hollywood has made us docile and things like that, right? We get mad when we talk about the black men in the dress. But you see these types of conversations, things that as black men we should be unified on. Our image matters. The way people think they can play with us as the community matters. And these are like the easy, low-hanging fruit things I think we would be unified on. No, a white boy should be scared to go in neighborhoods where black people are playing like that. That just should be a thing. Because like I said, a conscious effort was made. He didn't go to Chinatown and do that. It's a reason why they don't do that. It's conscious.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you want to exercise the First Amendment thing, you could do it, right? You could do it using a whole bunch of shit.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? You may be the first person to make that point out loud, deadass. I never made that point. Like, why not go to Chinatown and antagonize them? Why not go there and call them Oriental, right? Or whatever, slant, whatever the thing is, right? Why not go to the Mexicans and say wetback?
Right.
Why not go to the Puerto Ricans and say spick?
Right.
Why not go to the Jewish and say kike? Right? But instead you pick black people to say nigga.
Yep. And this is a part of the conversation, right? We always talk about improving behavior. We got to improve our psychology too, bro. It ain't be a crash out it's not about being a crash out, man. It's about having, for me at least, pride in who your people are, and also understanding, like, as we trying to do the work, the flaws are a part of it. We got to iron out that as well. But people shouldn't be able to just play with us, bro. And it was a time when I do my Googles, and I don't know what Prax, he done read different history. Maybe it was a time where people understood that and they did something about it. It was a time, and I'm not always talking about violence, but it was a time people took pride in that. Like, nah, y'all not finna play with us. Y'all ain't playing with our legacy. Y'all not playing with our name. We will do something about it.
Yeah, 100%. Right? And people, they cannot, point blank, right, in terms of responding, like you said, people did something about it. They didn't allow you, even if they would admonish you, right, verbally, you know? It wasn't just, oh, I don't care about the word. Nah, you trying to disrespect me. But people cannot retort what you said about why not go do it to other people. They cannot retort that.
Right.
With something substantive. I'm looking at the chat, they saying because this. The becauses are not substantial. Because what you would do is test this theory on several cultures to assess how much people care about the First Amendment, right? because you would do it to different people so that the country could see, oh. But instead, you focus on one group and then make sure that your phrase is chimped out when we know the historical texture of that.
Right. I remember an interesting Uber ride I had was a white guy. He was cool. We just talking.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking of we talking something he said because we was talking about like crime, right? Like there's a lot more crime in like urban areas, and of course there's a lot of different factors. But he was saying like in the rural areas they don't play around because they don't want people blow your head off. They know where the wolves are. And so I was just thinking about what he said, like extrapolating it. People know who the vulnerable populations are.
Yeah,
they know who they can get this stuff off with. They don't play with certain groups. They know there will be consequences, and then we'll be the ones talking about. Well, I mean, it's just words. It don't matter.
And it just crazy. It is outrageous. The just word thing. It is crazy. But because the Jewish have the power, right? Essentially, the influence, they could change your life. That's the thought process. You stay away from that. And they do not, your point is 100%. They do not let words slide.
They don't let them slide.
They don't let
and I've said this
slide.
I've said this a few times, Hamp. Like I said, right? It's easy if you want to be intellectually lazy and say, yeah, it's just words. But all the laws, all the policies started. You gotta convince people, right? So let's convince the world these people are 3/5 humans. So they don't try to do anything about what's happening. Let's convince them with words first. Then the policy comes.
Yeah.
But if I can distort, manipulate your image first, then anything else I want to do to you, people will do that.
Yeah.
That's why we were able to be exploited, experimented on, because people thought we were less human. It started with words. It started with lying in the text and the diaries about what they saw when they went to these countries. People's walking on 4 legs. No, nigga, we had civilization. We had civilization before y'all did. But let me get these words off, because once I get people to believe in the words, and I can do anything else they want. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's no way it's no way you just think words don't matter. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
In the context you talking about, because they forgot the first part of the monologue. Because I fought against you on black people being racist, but now I understand what you're saying. I was one of the people fighting that.
Black man unfiltered salute. Yeah, because I'm saying, look at it. You know, well, you saw it, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, I was fighting it, but I understand it.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, man. Lee, what's popping, my
Of course you understand it. What's goody, yo?
You said, of course I understand it, Lee?
Of course your ass understand it.
Why?
I gotta be the one to come up here and fight against Hamp with this crazy nonsense. Let me explain this. First off, good morning, happy Friday to everybody, right?
What's up?
I'm glad that Hamp brought this up. The first thing I want to say is that was a really good soliloquy that you gave, Hamp. It was really good. You brought up how racism, and bigotry are different. One thing that you didn't bring up is how those 3 things are a cycle of hatred. Let me explain. What usually happens is a group of organization that's racist eventually starts to act in racism, and then eventually they become bigots. This is a cycle that America, the government, has not only indulged in, i.e. making slaves, calling people 3 or 4 or 2 or 1/5 of a man, to going, nah, they men too. Because they realized at one point they was just racist. Yo, we just gonna be racist. We just gonna rock with us. Then they start doing implementing racism practices. You know what? Nah, we ain't just gonna rock with us. Fuck them black niggas over there. We can't rock with them at all. Then they just went bigots. You know what? Fuck it. Them niggas is this, that, and the third. Gave us a racial slur and put us in chains. That's the only reason why I fight against me wanting to be what Hamp said, because when Hamp was saying it, I was feeling it. I was like, man, this shit sounds so good, but I got to remember the science behind it. And that's the science, is that it will always go around like that, because humans are human. We're not robots. So eventually, some of us in this tribe that Hamp creates of these racists will eventually start to do racism shit, and then they will become bigots. And that's the cycle that they saw, i.e. In the past, they used to bomb us, bro. They used to bomb us. They used to bomb our houses. They used to set us on fire. They used to hang us. All that stuff was happening because they went from being racist to racism to bigots. our country, our great fucking country. I love this country, and I'm gonna bring up something else in a second. They said, "Nah, we not doing that shit." Now, y'all brought up the Jews. Y'all brought up the Indians.
Real quick.
Y'all brought up the Asians. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ham. I know you probably got
Oh
something
no,
to say.
you know what? I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Thank you. Y'all brought up different groups. Here in America, they cooking. They cooking. What they doing in their countries? What they doing in their countries? Yeah, exactly. I don't got to say it no more. America make motherfuckers great because this is the country of equality. A country where the government had a group of people by the balls, literally enslaved them and then let them go. Now, you can say we fought for it too. I agree with it. We did fight with it too. We said, nah, you ain't gonna call us nigga no more. Going back to what Ant said. You can't just call us shit. You can't just spit on me. You can't just touch my wife. You can't just do that. Couple niggas died. A bunch of niggas died over that. So I rock with that part. But the racism, bigotry shit, even America agrees that cycle of racism will always go around. And in all their countries, those same organizations are doing that cycle. In all those countries, heinous and horrible things are still happening, even slavery. And I landed there.
That's good, man. Yeah, the slavery, the slavery aspect. If you're talking about like the transatlantic slave trade, remember those people were in chains before they ever got here. The first slaves were taken in 1441 from the West Coast to back to Portugal, and then they went back to Cape Verde. So they already saw these people as such. I think the racism thing largely shows itself in systems, right? And the people that are in charge of the systems are more likely to be able to exude racism more effectively because they're also in control of the constructs. You know, when I'm looking at it, Lee, we also aren't like them, right? Because I know you like history and looking through, the things they've done have been the most heinous things we've seen in human history. And I just think that melanated people, like how you say it, don't have that level of vitriol and disgusting nature, you know? But I see how you can see that cycle. But generally what I do see is those people who stay unto themselves, like Chinatown, example, they do what they do and they just keep building up what they building up without having a negatively or adversely go out their way to adversely affect people, you know? But I catch your drift. I think that was pretty substantive, you know, because people get like power hungry. I think that I'm just saying we need to worry less about them, you know, and still make sure we guard ourselves against disrespect and check disrespect as it comes, you know. Now, the bigotry thing, bigots are more like just people. And I would have to assess it just like how people treat people, you know. But when I was looking at my post, Lee, just using anecdotal, the amount of people in those comments just, you know, saying what they say is interesting to me. It doesn't like bother me or hurt me, but it's interesting. Like when they acting like it's just a few people. No, it's a lot of people, you know. It's a lot of fucking people that be acting like an asshole. And Lee, you heard what I said, and I know you agree with this. Be kind so you don't have to be mean. Be kind so you don't have to be violent, right? If I lead with that, hopefully it don't have to go past that, right? Hopefully you don't pick me to disrespect because I'm going to give them hell, you know? So, nah, I like that breakdown, you know? What you think, Shot?
I mean, I didn't disagree with what he said. I kind of, what you said about just, right, because I think I'm still doing my due diligence to really understand, like, the story. As far as, like, we talk about, like, colonization, right? Because we know within Africa, we know things happen, right? There was slavery amongst nations and tribes, right? So it's not like we've never been a part of enslaving, but the way it happened here, chattel slavery is different. The experience was different. You wasn't born and died. You wasn't born and then die a slave. When you look at like the stories of Africa, you had an opportunity to remove yourself from that class. So I don't know. It's just, I mean, like what you said. In America specifically, again, just look at how we function as however y'all want to say, indigenous people who came with descendants of slaves from Africa. we just don't move the same way. So I mean, it's a hypothetical idea to me. Like, what would happen if we were in the position? It's all hypothetical. We don't have any. We've never had the strings of the major institutions in this society in America. So I don't know. It's all hypothetical.
You know, I
Well,
think
what?
to
Wait,
Lee's
what's that?
point. Well, Lee, I think, Kashad, what do you think about this statement? And this is a pretty. I think this you guys will know this cliche. I think Sherelle was the last person that said it, but he said, power corrupts men.
I agree. I agree.
Yes. That I've been saying that like that's because like it's like men, we try to hide what we are. Like, I understand that I am an animal, that I am a monster. I need to be tamed in some form or I will be corrupted, because that's just what men are. And then I think we try to like gloss over that shit over a lot of things. That's why people get mad when I talk about religion. And I'm like, but man created that, and man can be corrupted. And I'm a man, and I know that if you gave me power, I'm power tripping. I don't even know. Like, it's gonna take everything in me to not power trip. So when I look at the people at the top, I'm like, yo, of course they power tripping. Of course they power tripping. And you brought up something real interesting. You brought up how chattel slavery was so different from other things. And you're right. And I looked up the history of it. The only reason why it was so different and so evil is because of racism. Which led to the bigotry, which let them say these motherfuckers, I don't want to say that word, but these people not even human no more.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I can never, like, even if I want to do it, I look at it from the inverse. And I like in science they say, like, you never die, you just go into a different dimension, right? Like where the car didn't hit you, or where the refrigerator didn't fall on your head, right? And I could go to the dimension where we are in control. If we live by these same rules, we will do the same thing to them. And then they'll be fighting from the bottom. So what world are we creating? Are we creating a better world or just a mirror of what they create?
Yeah, I was just acknowledging that that's what they say. I wholeheartedly believe, and I'm saying believe on purpose, that
sir.
carnal nature, they take the cake, I just can't prove it in the earth, with the different populations that look like us, i.e. the Native Americans as an example, right? They got overrun because of the benevolence.
Right. And I think we could we could look at real life examples now, right? Again, this is somewhat of a romanticization, but I mean I think it's accurate too, right? Like African people were born in places of abundance. So these people that was exploring the world trying to find resources, because I said this in the Discord a few times, we had civilizations before Europe developed civilization. Well, we wasn't worried about going to conquer everything because we had the most abundant land was available to us. So we weren't fighting for certain things. That's what I'm saying. What Hamp is saying. We look at it now. You look at a person who was not raised in a deficit or raised in lack versus a person who was raised in a loving home, loving community. It's a different spirit. We see it amongst each other. You can tell people who I had to work through some of my traumatization from having lack in my home. You know what I'm saying? Versus when you meet people that was raised in a loving home, it's different, bro. So I think it's hypothetical, but like him, I just don't think the spirit of us, bro, it's not in us.
Well, the thing is, and this is where I made this argument. I'm probably gonna get kicked for this part. The better nigga argument, right? I remember y'all heard me make this on Discord a long time ago. Y'all probably don't remember this. Okay, so got to give y'all some history. Humans have been around for 2 million years. There was 9 different versions of us for 2 million years. The modern version, humans now, Homo erectus, 300,000 years. Okay, most of that time, the humans were black. And what I mean by black is shod black or blacker. It's the only way that they can exist in Africa. There were no white people. Okay, those same black people went and all the way around the world multiple times. People don't realize this. Those black people went to Europe. Those black people went to China. Those black people went to America. This is all facts. Those were black people. I brought up Cheddar Man to y'all last time. Cheddar Man is a fossil that they found in Europe, dated back almost 400,000 years, and they did his DNA. It was a guy with blue eyes, long, straight hair like a white dude. and he was black. So if we understand that the history means that they are just another version of us.
Well,
That's what the history means.
yeah, you're right.
They put this.
They're gonna kick you because you kind of getting
Yeah,
off the
yeah,
pot a
I
little
know.
bit.
Get off the. I'm just trying to. All right. I get it. Y'all want to make
No,
it about white and black. I'm gonna take it
well,
away
no,
from
no,
it.
no,
All right,
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no, no. We're not trying to make it about anything. I just agree with you that when you start going that far, like you said, they're gonna kick you. I don't want you to get kicked. You said it first. I'm just saying, yeah. Let me jump.
I know. I don't mean you. But I know. Like, yeah. No, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to make it
I think
so
what you're
clear that
saying
yo.
is, yeah, I think your overarching point is what makes them so different to be corrupted by power, and why would we think that wouldn't happen to us in the same way if we had it? Yeah, so
Right. Thank you, Hamp.
yeah,
What
you
Hamp just said.
just gotta sum
That's
it
what
real
I was
quick
about to go
before
all
they.
the way back. Yo, Hamp, I was about to go all the way back to make that point.
Yeah,
Yo, they are us. We are them. I swear to y'all,
yeah.
man. Look it up, man.
No,
They
I
come
know.
from
I
us,
understand
bro.
your point for sure. That's why I said let me just stop
C.K.1
them before you
donated
start.
$50 through Super Chat.
I'm
Be
muting my mic.
nice and Lee can kick a dirty rock.
Be nice, ain't even talking, man.
Be nice, ain't say shit, black. All right, let me get Mike in. Mike, what's going on?
What's up? Salute, sir. Salute. No, it's a great conversation, and you have a great decorum with different topics and stuff like that. But the origins of man, I think, is fascinating. I think it's a fascinating issue. And people always talk about, oh, well, it's prejudice. No, I believe the original man, and this is me because I'm Sicilian. The original man was from Africa. That's just what I truly believe, and I'm no cuck. Like I said, I don't. But melatonization and stuff like that, I mean, how did people turn from dark to white is interesting. It's an interesting topic, and I can tell you that my heart is always with something more uh to the earth and things like that. So like literally, and it's just there's gotta be, I mean, they call Africa Mother Earth. So is that the truth? I mean, did all so let me ask you this, gentlemen. Let me ask you this, and if a lady's here, I'm not sure if a lady's here, but did Earth or did mankind come from Africa, or did it come from, they say, the Euphrates, which is Iraq? What do you gentlemen think?
I've always heard it was Africa. Was it like Tanzania or some
Well,
area in Africa?
It is Africa, right? I mean, because they can make a differentiation, but you can walk from Egypt to Israel, right? They call it the Middle East, but it would be part of
Yeah.
the quote unquote African continent. So I think it's semantics more so.
Yeah, and the whole argument of melanization, like in other words, the lack of sunlight. Like I mean, I've always been really kind of enamored with like how the diverse the different races are. So like, who is the original and who is the basically who's running the world now? But like the whites, they've really kind of got a stronghold on like finance and stuff like that. But if you're asking me, I grew up in Queens, in New York City, and the most solid people I ever met were dark skinned people. I mean, that's just me. That's my experience. I don't claim to be black, even though I'm Sicilian from Gala and we have, Eastern African bloodline. But the whole thing is that, I'm still considered white. I'm still considered a white guy. But it's really important for everybody listening to always get like a DNA test and look where you came from, because those traits are going to dictate who you are inside. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think genetics matter. I think
Yeah.
epigenetics is a real thing. I'm not so much for the test, but I understand why people who think secularly could see the value in it, right? So I'm not dismissing it.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think about disrespect? What do you think about
Well,
words begetting violence? There's two questions.
sure, no problem. And that's a perfect question. In the Italian culture where we come from, respect is everything. When you disrespect somebody, it's like punching them in the face with words. So yes, you need to respect each other, and but there's so much disrespect out there right now, and It's just I don't understand. I see. I don't know your age, sir. You're probably younger than me. I'm in my 50s, but I can tell you that disrespect has gone to a level of just out of control. Disrespect. It really is out of control. But no, respect is the key to a relationship, whether it be a man and a woman or two friends. But disrespect is the killer of a relationship. You agree?
Yeah, I think you can dissolve a relationship pretty quickly being disrespectful. I think there's a trope, a cliche about men recognize respect as love, even, right?
Mm.
So, yeah.
The whole thing is that when you like let's say I respect you, right? I respect you and I respect your views. It doesn't mean that I'm less of a man. It just means that I am listening and adhering to what you're saying. I'm listening to you and I'm learning from you. And the biggest problem is that a lot of humanity, we don't learn from each other anymore because we're too prideful to just take a knee and listen to someone smarter than who that other person is. And that's the biggest thing in humbling yourself and being meek, and not to get biblical, but like, people don't understand that we used to call maybe we used to call them old heads, where someone's been through it and done it, that they've been through all that stuff that we haven't been through yet. And they try to give you advice on, hey man, don't do this and watch out for this girl. And, don't yell at the police, just be chill. But like back in the day, like you had old heads that would give you advice. It just seems like, people are just running rampant. Did you guys see all the teen takeovers? Oh my gosh, man. I don't know if you've covered that, brother, but it just like teens just going crazy. When I was a teen, I was afraid of authority. Like these younger people, they're not afraid anymore. They just go ham. They go crazy.
You know, it's interesting. You remember the what is it called, Shot? The something five. It's New York. What's the park? Central Park
Yeah.
5.
At
Central
Joe
Park 5.
4559
Yeah.
donated
Hold on
$20
real
through
quick, guys.
Super Chat.
Yeah. When
Mike,
when
do
the
you
the
share the
five
same
guys
views
that
as Josh?
Mike.
Also,
sorry.
would you say majority of PPL shared Josh's viewpoints?
So Jay Miller with the 20 ball said, Mike, do you share the same views as Josh? Also, would you say the majority of white people share Josh's viewpoints? Do you know Josh, Mike?
I don't know Josh.
Well, he's a Christian nationalist.
Okay.
Are you a Christian nationalist?
I'm a Roman Catholic.
Okay, so I don't know if that's the same. Josh still
So
here.
what Roman Catholic basically is, we love everybody. We believe in the same thing. We believe in God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Trinity. But like the whole thing is that we don't have a prejudice against anybody. But nationalists and leftists and stuff like that, they get into these weird, crevices within their mind. But no, I don't know who that is. But if you explain it to me, I'll give you my opinion.
Yeah, well, Josh, no, I think he got timed out for like 60 minutes.
Oh, you're
But
good.
I was saying something. What the hell was I saying, Shaw, just now before that super chat came? Or was damn, I forgot.
I forgot what you said.
I forget what we were walking. We were walking something down. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot.
It's all good. You get complacent sometimes. You have so many things going on in your mind, you get complacent, because you have all these different thoughts. But the whole thing is that, race relations are very important to talk about. And the thing is that there's so much diversity.
I got it, Mike. Central Park
Got it.
5, right?
Central Park 5. Yeah.
I think what we see is because remember, they would have called it a teen takeover back then.
Yes.
Now it seems to be more of a phenomena because things can trend more easily. My wife was telling me about some friend group in New York. They all live in one borough and they like record it and come together. And so now it's like so many like groups of like women who are successful, like trying to do this thing. It's easy to make a trend out of something. So I think that that's the exacerbation of the teen takeovers and etc.
No doubt.
But do you think that comes from? Were you linking that back to the OGs and the guidance or lack thereof?
The lack thereof, because basically when you acted a fool, I'll give you an example. I grew up off of Gibson Street in Rockaway, Queens, right? And if you acted a fool and your dad wasn't around, the neighbor, basically gave you a tongue lashing. He wouldn't put his hands on you, but like, in other words, we looked out for each other. But it just seems like the younger generation doesn't have the old heads to kind of put them straight. Say, listen, stop acting this way. You're messing up your future. Stop it. Because you may get some clicks and views on TikTok with these younger guys and ladies too, but it ruins your future. But you see the mopeds, like they're taking the mopeds and NYC, they're like crushing them. But no, there's no father figures anymore for a lot of the younger people, out there. And I think the teen takeovers are basically just younger people letting out aggression, but they don't have someone to kind of calm them down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're bored for sure. I think the boredom kind of goes into it.
Yeah.
Because we used to meet up, and I don't know if it was 100 of us, but we used to always, kind of go to one place and all that. I don't know.
Sure.
I know even like in the LA gang culture, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but they meet at the parks. Like that park belongs to a certain, faction or whatever the case is. I just wonder. But so what do you think about this though? As we talk about disrespect, do words beget violence?
The best way to explain it is this. These younger generation don't understand what it's really like to be in the street and be gully and actually fight it out in schoolyards like we used to do. But like I said, and the biggest problem is this is the biggest problem is law enforcement doesn't hold them accountable anymore. No cash bails and stuff like that. I'm not looking for anybody locked up. But when there's no accountability for wildish actions, that's what happens. I worked in law enforcement in my 20s. I'm in my 50s now. And back in the day, you got locked up. Now they can do whatever the younger folks can do whatever they want and get no cash bail.
But Mike, how do we reconcile that with violent crime being down?
It's a manipulation of the numbers. It's a manipulation. So in other words, if they get dismissed, then it's not a charge. See, the judge dismisses it. It's not a charge.
But even arrests are down, though. To your point,
so it lowers. But even because cops
arrests
are not even
down.
Well, the police officers aren't even getting involved anymore. They're basically just standing there. Like, oh, okay. Like they don't want to get sued. It's let me tell you something. When I worked in law enforcement, okay, we're talking about 99 up into 2006.
And Mike, just FYI, you're a little bit adjacent to my question, right? And so murders are down too. Now you can't; they're not hiding bodies.
They are.
But let me go back to my initial question just to make sure. Do words beget violence?
Yes, words do hurt. Yeah, they do induce someone's reaction. They do. Because if someone feels disrespected, they're going to react in a violent way. It's going to happen. Because remember, like all of us up here, we have decorum. In other words, let me ask you a question. If someone came to you, let's just say that you're at a gas station and someone said to you, F you, mother effer. You'd be like, get out of here. You'd fill your gas up and you'd leave because you have that decorum to where you're like, I'm not going to get a prison sentence, over some words. But there are a lot of people that don't have that kind of decorum that will actually react violently. So I think it's all about education, and guidance. If you
I think if my wife was pumping gas and some man came up and berated her, it would get physical.
Yeah.
But yeah, if somebody
was
was
your
like,
wife, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if a guy was like, fuck you, I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Like it would be a little bit like almost
but if it was
out of nowhere.
Yeah. But if it was you, a grown ass man, you'd be like, man, step off. You know, like, get out of here. You know, you pump your gas and leave. But if it's your wife or your children, of course you're going to step into protector mode. That is no question whatsoever. But like man to man, we're like when we're educated and we have a little bit of we've been through it. You're like, it's not worth it. It's not worth whipping someone's tail, over some word. It's not worth it. It's not, man.
And yeah, no,
But
see, I think I disagree, right? Because I think we both acknowledge if he berates your wife, you would whoop his ass. So I think
no. We're talking about wife and kids. No, it's on. It's on. But I'm saying, but like man to man, like if me and you had, God forbid, had an argument, we would just be like, you know what, whatever, man, whatever. But like, picking on someone of the weaker species, because I mean, listen, God bless women, but they're not a man, and our children, of course, are our most precious thing in the world. If someone was to berate them or disrespect them, then we're going to react a different way. We're going to go into protective mode. But I think a man to a man, if someone was to talk, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a perfect example. About 6 months ago, someone cut me off and started flicking me off, right? So I pulled over and he pulled over. This is a true story. He got out, started talking smack to me. I get out of the car. I'm 6'3", about 230 pounds. This guy's like half my size. And I'm like, and he just looked at me and he goes like, I'm sorry. And then he got in his car and drove away. So people will try to pull your card sometimes, and then they realize that, they're out of their league. But when it comes to women and children, bro, no, I will go. I'll even protect someone else's family if I'm their friends. If I'm their friends,
see, now that's
But no, you're
interesting.
right. You're right. You have to always.
Mike, that
Yeah.
interests me though. If I
Yeah.
take the time, because I usually don't beep the horn much or anything, but if I take the time to pull over,
Yeah.
even if Mike Tyson get out the car, we gonna have a fist fight. Like I can't do all that to not and
Get
then be
out the
like,
car,
oh
bro.
shit, nah, because I ain't know who was in the car to begin with. So if I have that much mustard, we gonna have a fist
Yeah.
fight. Like, and I go home. What happened? I got in a fight with Mike Tyson. I could see. I look like Martin off the
Yeah.
when he fought Tommy Hearns.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yo, that's funny.
I got the. No, you're right. You're right. I got out the car. And I have my Glock on me, and the guy comes up, and I didn't pull it. Of course, I didn't pull it. And I'm like, yo, f you, and we had an argument, but like I could tell that he wasn't like right in the head, and I was like, yo, just step off, and he did. He ended up pulling away, but I only pulled over because he pulled in front of me. So that's the only reason why I pulled over, because I usually would just drive away. And like I said, I'm not a pacifist. Like, dude, I'm a fighter. I'll fight, dude. I've done martial arts 26 years. Yeah, I'll fight, but it's like it's not worth it for someone just being a jerk in traffic. It's not worth it. But listen, a lot of young men and a lot of young women, they get into these situations where they get locked up over nonsense. It's just over bull crap.
The thing, I think
It's better to just let them drive off.
Yeah, I agree. Like I don't be beeping the horn. I don't have road rage and shit like that because I know
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
side of the road,
Just let 'em go.
it's hard to hold court on the side of
Yeah.
the road with another man with the police is difficult.
Yeah.
I say this though, there's one thing that people
Yeah.
need to understand: men generally are territorial. When it comes to their women, to their kids,
Yeah.
disrespect. Like think about it. People are dying over streets that don't belong to
Yeah.
them. Right? Like just think about
Mhm.
that, like the territorial aspect, So I'm very cognizant of that,
Yeah.
One of my OGs, we always talk about like other men's wives as an example. Shy, right?
Mhm.
And he always like, hey man, that's her responsibility. She married. I ain't married. I said, nah, a man will take your life over his wife, bro. Even if they separated. And
Yeah.
she's talking about they getting a divorce, that mean they ain't got one. And so I just know there's plenty of things that'll get you hurt. And I think I put words into that plenty of things,
Perfectly said. My ex-wife, we have a son together and stuff like that. And she was getting harassed by somebody and I stepped in. So you're right. So you always love, when you love somebody, you love them forever. You truly, truly love somebody. So you're right. So even ex, you always step in and protect them. Because at the end of the day, the police are just there to take the report. They're not there to stop what's going on. They're not. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I salute to the men that take care of their families. Salute. You know.
Yeah. Do you
So,
go ahead, Shaw?
it's really important.
Now y'all go ahead. 'Cause I had another. I was gonna go.
No,
somewhere
go ahead.
else
We
with
done.
it.
We kind of belaboring it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just thinking about.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the conversation earlier with Prax. I don't know if he's coming back. Right, just thinking about the words don't matter. And I was thinking about my experience, like kind of starting to like give my opinions online. Right, and of course, right, I had opinions that were adverse to other guys. So the simp card got thrown out. That was cool. But then I started to notice, right, where like guys who've never actually had like a long exchange with me were like hopping onto a narrative. And him, me, you talked about. I was like, I gotta kind of be a little bit like, all right, now it was cool, it was funny at first, but now I'm starting to see people like picking up on this narrative and running with it. And now I can't let it slide them. I can't engage with you because these are just words, right? It's because it don't matter, but it does matter actually, right? Because in the earth, I have pretty good relations with most people I meet. I'm not really like an adverse person. I don't get into it with people a lot, but it's happened here for whatever reason. My fault or whoever fault it is. But I realized at some point I got to stop letting it slide because people who don't know me are picking up a narrative that somebody else said that they don't really know me, and now it's becoming a thing. So now I'm battling narratives from other people, and so it's just making me think about why Prax said words don't matter. They do. They actually have a real life impact on your own livelihood when you don't check just words. It matters.
100%. And people will frame you and mischaracterize you and
Right.
characterize you as that thing. And now you wear that jacket.
Right.
If you allow it to be said and go unchecked.
Right.
100%. Right. And you have to push back against what the things that are propagandized. Right. If you don't, that becomes you, whether you like it, understand it, accept it, believe it or not.
Yep.
You know? So I think that that's uberly important. I think that any part of a man, you should make sure that it's they keeping it tall with you, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I respect one of my friends. Well, we grew up together, but his name Rakeem. I probably seen Rakeem lose more fights than he win. But you know what they say?
He gonna fight.
Hell yeah. All day long. Like I seen him get beat up 30 days in a row by the same person.
He fought, though. That matters.
And that's one thing. You're not gonna play with him. Even if he was getting beat up, you're not gonna play with him though. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
And that was his name. Like, all right, now you might whoop his ass, but you're gonna have to fight,
Gotta fight him, yeah.
Because then that was his narrative, and he controlled it even during the L's. So 100%. And we don't control the narrative by being passive, right?
Right.
And we're not saying being overt and foolish, right? When we're saying check things as they come. Right? You give things too much credence being passive. If you and Mike walk up to me and Shad is admonishing me and Mike walked up with him, I assume he believes the same thing. Unless Mike says, well, no, actually he's not whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And I think
that's the one thing about me is that go ahead, sir. I don't mean to
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I've always been the mediator between like fights and stuff, and I've been in so many fights, bro. I've been training for so many years, but like I try to mediate the best I can. But once you can realize that the knucklehead that you're messing with is not going to listen to you, then you got to throw hands. But the whole thing is that at least a man will try to squash the beef before it happens, because at the end of the day, someone's going to get hurt, and it's just. But I remember growing up, man, it was rough, bro. Growing up in Rockaway, Queens, man, back in the 90s. I mean, yo, it was crazy, man. And I had a lot of really good friends that had my back, but like, there'd be times where you'd be on the train and someone's trying to take your money, and it's like you got to throw hands, But I always try to diffuse the situation if I could. But I've always been a great negotiator. If you listen to my verbiage, you can hear that I can articulate, really well. I can speak. I can try to diffuse. But it's funny because this is actually not how I normally used to talk. I used to talk more like this. Like I used to have a really strong New York accent, because I grew up in New York, But like people like this accent better. but it's always good to try to diffuse it. And a lot of people think that it's weak to try to squash beef, but I think it's the most important thing to do. It's godly to squash beef, because people beefing over nonsense is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I mean, listen, if you
it's
have a legitimate beef, if someone's harming you or harming your family, go for it. But I mean, if someone's just talking smack, just whatever, man, whatever. Just roll off you like I said, water off a duck's feathers. But you ever notice people get so invested in just words? They get so mad, like they want to like a vendetta. We used to, like in Sicilians, though, it's the blood vendetta. It's the scraziale. It doesn't
I
make
don't
any
know.
sense.
See, Mike, I think
Yeah.
only thing is like people that use words in a way to disrespect people kind of make that argument, right? They be wild disrespectful and then say, "Oh, it's just words," Like I'm very keen, right? The people that say you shouldn't use words, words shouldn't trigger you, are often very disrespectful with their verbiage. Right, so
They're
it's like they
baiting you.
want
So I
their
think,
cake and eat it too.
yeah, so you're alluding to they're baiting you. They're trying to get you to react. Yeah, you're very. I'll tell you this, man, and not to glaze you, but you're very articulate in the way you speak. But you're right. They try to glaze you into a reaction. They try to pull you into a reaction. And yeah, and then a lot of people will fall for it, and then they'll act a fool. You know, you know what? I'll be at your house next week. It's like that, and people fall into the gap, as we would say. But like the true people that are, steadfast, they don't fall into that. But you're right, bro. It's totally human nature to want to, attack somebody disrespecting you. Listen, I'm telling you, when you come from New York or you come from any kind of inner city, or you come from a culture that it's based on respect. I'm telling, when someone disrespects you, it's war. It's like World War V. I mean, you just attack them because it's just disrespecting you and your family. So yeah, that's interesting.
Just to answer your question, Mike. I mean, I'm not one to promote what I would call like foolishness, right? We just fighting over like nonsense, but at the same time, I think when we all knew that you were gonna be held accountable for the way you communicated in your talk, I think that created a certain level of humanity that we're losing now, because now, with the internet, it could be a 200-pound man behind an avatar saying the most egregious things in the world. And unfortunately, I'm one of those people who always say the mind is very fragile and feeble. And so I think most of us struggle to kind of maintain our own way of life. So we start to pick up, like, I'm not a fan of groupthink, but you see it all the time, right? So if I see y'all doing it, and it looks kind of fun too, I want to join in too. Now I want to start being disrespectful and saying things that I wouldn't say if I had to say these things in person. So I think in a way, I think like, right, the words don't matter, but I think that when you could slap somebody in the mouth for doing too much, I think they kind of create a certain level of peace and serenity for everybody. When people knew, when I go into the earth being like this, I'm going to be accountable for it. Versus now, I can come on Hamp's panel, stay in the chat, and I'll say crazy things the entire show and never be held accountable for it. And now I got 10 other people trying to copycat because I noticed that there's a little bit of cachet, or I can get shares and likes for being disrespectful to people. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm kind of, you need to be held accountable for what you say. I think that's a better way to operate as a society.
And the whole thing is that we create this crevice of almost like abuse to each other. But no, you're right. You're completely right. Like literally, sometimes you have to react a certain way, and it's validation to yourself. But no, you're right. Like I said, I hate to use psychology. I have a minor in psychology, but the whole thing is that like this YouTube experience, dude, it's so it's so much psychology involved.
Sure.
People literally live through this platform. Not everyone, some people. And you're right. You got that 5'1", 300-pound guy going, "I'll whip your tail," but he will never cam up. And so it's and then you get mad because you're like, "Ugh," but you're right. You're right. But I think that these platforms are very healthy, but they're also very demeaning at the same time. YouTube is a very slippery slope. If you agree, it's just one of those things where it's good and bad, good and evil. It's like the two angels on your shoulder.
At James Moore,
As they got good on one
72
side, you
he
got evil on
donated
the other side.
$20 through Super Chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bring Lee back.
So Lee, they brought you back. Lee, if Lee's still in the chat, I think they brought Lee back. I think most people will be more abrasive and brazen in a protective area, right? And it happened in person as well. I'll give you guys an example. Do you have siblings, Mike?
Yes, I have 2 sons and 3 stepkids. Yes.
No, siblings.
Yes, I have 4 brothers. Oh, actually 3. One passed away. 3 brothers, and then I have a brother and sister on the other side. Yes. So I have like 6 siblings.
Okay, so you'll understand it, Shy. You'll understand it.
My brother, us Italians, man, we procreate. We procreate us Italians.
Yeah, no doubt. My brother, he'll do something. Sorry. He'll do something, right? To bother me or hit me or whatever. Take my right, and I go chase him, but he hide behind my dad and talk hella shit. Or me and him going back and forth or whatever. Now my brother's a little younger than me, so it didn't happen as often. But he'll be like, my dad will say, "Hey, go clean that up." My brother say, "Yeah, go clean that shit up." But I can't do nothing because my dad said go clean it up, right? So we've seen this happen. When people are in a safe place, they get more emboldened. So we definitely see this virtual thing that is the norm. You see a little bit people more brazen than what they would often be in person. So I guess I expect it because I seen it as a kid, So it's nothing new. It's just exacerbated because we have these boxes,
Right.
So that's kind
of your diction your diction's at a high level. Your diction is at a high level, and I can tell you're exactly right. It's just like people will basically use other people as a crutch, is what you're alluding to. And you're right. And I don't mean to cut you off, young man with the Dodgers hat on. So go ahead.
No,
we have the same goatee. Look at
that. No, hell. So I was just thinking, man, this is a hypothesis.
The same goatee.
This is a hypothesis. I'm thinking about black people. Right?
Yeah, you're just a little tanner than me. You're a little darker than me, but we have the same goatee.
A little darker. Right. I think you got a delay, Mike, so you might can't hear.
You're a little darker than me, but we have.
Yeah, you got a delay, Mike.
Yeah. No, but
I was just help again. Just kind of think about the premise, bro. Because I'm saying we talking.
Mike don't he don't think we can see him.
Oh, he don't think we can see him. Oh wow.
No, I don't think he can see him. Like see him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we can see him.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying physically. I'm saying see. Like
I don't know, and I'm confused. Hell.
Yeah, he think we can't see him kind of playing in our face like a game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I got you. No, but I was just to bring it back to the premise. Because again, man, I'm like as a person who studies, like like I grew up in one of them woke households, so I'm always trying to like figure out how we got to where we are. And I'm thinking about the psychology of things, right? So when you talk about this grace and how we're, so easily ready to say, "Oh, it doesn't matter." And I was just thinking, like when we were more we were more tribal, right? And I'm sure you heard the phrase, "Well, my name is all I got is my name," right? My last name is all I got, right? So when our last name matter more or our tribe matter more, like disrespect matter more. But I'm wondering now because in America, right, we had to adopt kind of the idea of blackness. So we taking on like all these different groups of people. It could be taxing, right? To kind of, because you think about it, I always say the weight of blackness, right? We look at these videos and we see one person doing something bad, and all the black people go, "Oh God, who's gonna see this?" I don't care. Like I don't let what someone does individually weigh on me as a black person. Because I understand, like we do need uniformity and respect matters, but I'm not a fan of respectability. in regards to like America and how they look at us. But I do realize that I think maybe that might be contributing to why we don't understand. Like again, as black people, as black men specifically, like my last name matters, and people don't play with my last name is Junior, and that's a very unique last name, right? So you go back to my city and you mention Junior, they know the family you're talking about. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about the juniors, yeah, we gonna still hold on. What are you talking about? But I don't know. As black people, I don't know if we had that same kind of fervor for the discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. My name is my name, right?
Yeah.
You remember the scene in Troy.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, this is the biggest man I ever seen. Pause. I wouldn't want to fight him. And Achilles said, that's why nobody will remember your name.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
Yeah. They always said such and such, like Achilles said, Achilles, son of Peleus, right? Those names ring bells, you know? Leo Scipio's Africanus got a name for fighting the how you say it? Carthagins?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Leo Scipio's Africanus, yeah, he beat back the Carthagins, or I forgot how you say it, right? Amerigo Vespucci kind of made up a map and got his name written forever, right?
Yeah.
For the North and South America. So you have a lot of things where people's name matters, reputation matters, and you can destroy a person's reputations with an accusation, with a speculation, with words, you know? And so if you allow too many words to hit your armor, it'll eventually pierce it.
Facts.
You know, so I 100% agree with that, you know?
So
That's perfectly said.
Something that you got to consider, him. I mean, something we got to consider, man. Like I said, I'm not promoting people to go out and just be, locking themselves up and stuff like that, being martyrs for a cause. But words
Lee,
matter.
you got echo, Lee.
Words matter, man.
No, they matter.
Always have.
And that's why the person who is willing to react over words needs to also be careful with theirs. See, that's the part that they're not picking up, right? Be cognizant of how you speak to people. You know?
Everything's reactionary. Everything's reactionary. You're right.
So, hey, Lee.
So if you're going to put something out there, it's going to be a reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And Lee, you want to talk your shit real quick? Cause I'm about to get out here. I gotta go do a job real quick.
Oh hell yeah, man. I just want to say, man, everybody have a good Friday. Oh wait, is this like the end, or you just want me to like chime in on this part right here?
You can chime in, and then I'm a yeah.
All right. So I wanted to. I think it's important to understand when we talk about like, enacting violence on somebody that says something crazy to you is, what does that say about the guy that you call him a nigga to his face? He smirks at you, walks away, and then buys you out your house, right? He doesn't attack you, right? Or maybe he has the police harass you every time you're on your block and give you tickets repeatedly. I think it's a different way to handle things where you don't have to move in violence. I think violence, acting with violence is more prehistoric. It's an older way of doing it when there's way more effective ways to do it that can really hurt somebody.
Yeah,
so
Lee, we agree, beloved. Yeah, we agree, Mahomes. Because we saying like, yo, you don't let it slide.
Super chat. Lee can keep
right? You're not letting shit slide, So I'm not eliminating violence. That's a way, right? You could check them with your words. That's a way. You can expose them and get them. Remember the whole Karen thing back in the 2020, 2019, people losing their jobs for being foolish.
Okay.
That's a way. Suing them, that's a way. I'm saying that don't let this stuff slide. As opposed to saying, oh, it's just word. Nah, let's pay for them words. But I tell you this though, people.
Good point. You can have repercussions without violence. I think
but I'm not eliminating violence though. See, I don't want nobody for 1 second to think that that's off the table, Lee. Because when people Lee, I asked you this before, right? If every December 6th you could punch somebody in their shit and not get arrested, how would people's decorum be on December 5th? Listen,
Could I
Lee.
also
Remember,
not
I was
get
talking
wait,
shit to
hold up. Could
you.
I also not get shot?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, fight, like, not like the purge, but like, hey, it's so.
And the guns are gone. I'm just
And
saying
the
the guns
guns are
are gone.
gone. The guns are gone, right? They
Oh, I'm
can't now.
punching everybody in their face.
No, but
Oh,
Lee, think about what I'm
love it.
saying though. Think about what I'm saying. If it was December 6th, right? People gonna be really nice on December 1st, right? They gonna act differently
Yeah.
on December 5th. So I'm just saying, the fact that there's a low level threat of violence amongst men, in person especially, people tend to comport themselves differently, right? As soon as people assume violence is taken away, I think people act more irrational, more bold, and etc. So I'm just saying you can't eliminate it, but there are other ways to do, you know what I mean, to get people back for sure. If I'm being clear.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I also wanted to say this about something that Shaw said when he said that Chud was coming at us, coming at black people because he thinks like we're the vulnerable ones, or we're the ones that are able to came at this way. I don't think I disagree. I think it's more just how they used to say, like back when they was making those little prank videos back in the day, they'll say like, yo, we go to black people because they are the ones that will react. Right? When we go to the white people, they'll fucking react. They give us nothing. And like we are the ones to react. So I think that kind of remains true. I think what he was doing, he knew what he was doing was dangerous. That's why he kept a knife, some goddamn bear mace. He ain't have the regular mace. That man had bear mace. And he had a pistol on him. So he knew what he was doing was dangerous. And I'm basically saying if he was going to Jewish people, they probably would point and cry at him. But it would be so boring that he probably wouldn't even get the views. And he wouldn't even need the gun. He wouldn't need none of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I think we have more power than we put on.
Yeah, we have power. So when I say vulnerable, for instance, the ADL, right? We're talking about violence. When people make comments, not even violence, comments against the Jewish population, the ADL does something about it, right? I'm talking about the way neighborhoods are policed. I'm talking about all of those things. Those are conscious decisions. He ain't, and it's a reason why you won't find too many black men going to areas where racist white men are playing like that. It's a reason why. Because they're gonna react too. They're gonna react too.
That's perfectly
Right.
said. And to kind of to rebut what you were saying, and unfortunately, the narrative. This is the narrative that a lot of black people have low impulse control. In other words, they're going to punch a motherfucker in the face, to where white people will just walk away. To this Chud the Builder guy. He's a scumbag.
Exactly.
He's a scumbag.
Yeah,
He's a scumbag.
I'll push back on that, right? Because again, black people aren't a monolith in the way we show up in the world either, right? There's certain groups of black people who are going to behave a certain way, just like there's certain groups of white people who are going to behave similarly to what you saw in those videos. That's why I said Chud knew the group, he know the environment to be in and do what he was doing. He made a conscious decision. He planned that out. It wasn't just by happenstance that he chose the areas to go to. The areas to go to. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
He knew exactly who to target. He didn't go to a high-end black community who are doctors and lawyers and mess with them, because they would just walk away.
They would have walked
away. They're not trying to
exactly.
lose their
right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Walk
yeah.
away,
They're
right.
like,
I agree.
this crazy ass white dude, this crazy ass white dude, get out of here. But he tries to go to lower education areas and does his nonsense. I can tell you this, as a white person, I'd punch him in the face. That's just me. Because he's spreading hate. And he'll get what he deserves. It's all going to come out in the wash. It is. But people trying to use racism as clicks and views, I think, is disgusting, because it erodes everything that we're going forward at. Like, in other words, racism is real. Like there was oppression for many, many years. And just listen, I'm not a liberal or anything like that. But the whole thing is that, like, we're going forward and trying to flip it and change it. But guys like that reverse the progress that's going on. That's all I'm trying to say. That's it. It's just he just every time minorities take 2 steps forward, you got one weirdo making them go 3 steps back. Because you know why? Because when you're stressed emotionally, physically, and financially, you're going to react in a violent manner. I mean, it's human nature, What do you think?
You on mute, Hamp?
Yeah. Nah, and also with Chud, he was going to a bunch of places and generally speaking didn't get the reaction he wanted. I think that needs to be highlighted, right? So it was kind of regardless. I mean, he had a couple arguments, but nobody took the bait to actually really put their hands on him. I think I probably saw 10 instances, and I assume there's more, right? Because they only clip the most salacious, right? But people were kind of saying, "Oh, don't say that," but they weren't overreacting. The one guy spit on him, and then he got in the fight where he shot the guy. So when you look at his achieving the goal of getting people to overreact, it was probably I saw 10 things, so I'm thinking 2 out of 10 from what I saw, and I assume it's way more. So black people of all echelons didn't respond how he wanted them to. Actually,
I think everyone reacting to what. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. Sorry.
I mean, because he had a gun and pepper spray and a camera, but I think he'd have got his ass whooped if he did that without all that stuff. Like it's or just without the camera. But he could have kept the gun and the pepper spray. I think he would have definitely, because it was one time he went up on like 6 black dudes, like young ones, and they started like saying his mother, and then he started saying they mother is an N-word. I think that they would have killed him if that camera wasn't there.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's just speculation, I'm just saying that they didn't.
Yeah, I'm speculating.
They didn't do it.
They did.
So when we even look at that, I'm just being honest about the jacket, just based on what I saw. Oh shit.
If you're asking me, like when I look at Chug as another white person, when I look at Chug the Builder, whatever you want to call him, he's just a white dude that just emulates black people, and he hates the fact that he wasn't born black. And I think that he has a hatred because he doesn't have the swag. And the thing is that it's almost like resentment, to the black race. And it's like he just wants to talk all this crap. But I think he's just mad he was never accepted, and he's the kind of guy that has never had friends. He's never been accepted anywhere. Like whites don't like him, blacks don't like him. Like nobody likes this guy. He's trying to.
What we look at though, Mike, is he's an example, but we look at the people that support him, and they're from all different ranges, and they have that similar value set. I had a couple decently viral post on Instagram, and you see numerous amounts of white people saying chimping out and this is that, and that they accepting the propaganda. So I think that I appreciate Chud for continuing to expose that, because it's important to me, and that's why, generally speaking, in the earth, I'm going to be kind because I'm not playing with any white people whatsoever. I'm not giving grace or the benefit of the doubt. So it's important for me to be kind and comport myself appropriately, so it don't have to go there. I control what I can control, because I'm gonna give them hell otherwise.
Definitely. And the whole thing, me growing up, I had a different experience growing up in an all-black neighborhood. I played football at Farquay High School. I was the only white player. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that black people accepted me as one of, like basically a brother. So like I had a different experience as people like Chud the Builder and these racist people. I think that when people aren't around and don't have mentors that are African American, I think they get this prejudice in their mind. But it's just like, dude, without my teammates, I would have never made it. I hate this term. I'm sorry to say this term. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but this is a term
don't say
called
it if you think it's a term that could possibly get me in trouble. Don't say it.
Well, Weiger. But the whole thing is that, like, I never tried to be anything I wasn't. I'm Italian, but the whole thing is that people will look out for you if you love them and respect them. They will look out for you, no matter what race you are. But
yeah. All right, let me see. Josh, your time is up, Josh, if you wanted to come back real quick. And then I gotta run out.
But the Chud guy is just a racist piece of trash. He's a racist piece of trash, man. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But there's no way around it. Racist trash, You know?
Yeah, I think he
I
has
don't know.
he has an overt nature.
Yeah,
I
he
think
does.
that
It
backhanded. I think Mike, that backhanded compliments can have a very
yeah.
similar effect, right? And so like I
It's a
have, well,
psychological
just real quick,
diversion.
right? So like I have like
Yeah.
71,000 subscribers, right? I got like
Yeah.
10,000 on Instagram, 10,000 on Facebook, right? And so me being complimented on my diction and how well I speak, right? I
Yeah.
think because you grew up in black neighborhoods is a backhanded thing that generally people that grew up around black people know that they wouldn't or shouldn't do, because it comes across as uh like patronizing, right? But you made a decision to do it twice, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think you're very
Especially
articulate.
on my platform, and
Yeah.
I'm the big fish, you know. Right. So
Yeah.
just come
I
up
think
and
you're
have the
very articulate.
conversation. Yeah, I know I am. I'm saying that but when white people seem to do that to black people, it's a condescending thing, which you already know. I think you even knew it when you did it, you see? And so what'll happen, Chud will be
No.
overt, but that's a covert way of being of showing a level of bigotry. Right? So if you didn't do it on purpose, I'll accept you saying that, but you want to be careful with that though.
No, I didn't do it on purpose. That's for sure. That's for
Okay.
sure. I just think you're highly intelligent.
No, yeah,
That's
and
what
I
I'm trying to say.
appreciate it when you said it.
Yeah, highly intelligent.
Real quick, let me bring Josh up real quick.
Because remember, I've been on YouTube for years and years and years, and there's very few people that I'm actually impressed with. So you're an intelligent guy, and you were able to communicate, in a level that everyone can understand.
Indeed, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Josh, I got to get out of here. I was just bringing you back up. You want to say something?
Yeah, no, please don't take offense to that, because I don't want to disrespect you, because I respect you, but I just think that you have a very good way of speaking.
Yeah, and people said that to me before, right? But I'm just saying that there's several ways in which things could be misconstrued or taken, right? See, I'm hard to and Shah could attest, I'm pretty even, right? I'm hard to offend and get out of character, but I'm keen on things I hear all the time, right? So I just like because the things can be construed a particular way. So it's important for me to say it out loud, just in case my constituents are also like, wait a minute, did we hear that? So I wanted to make sure that we called it out so you could clarify. Let me get Josh in real quick, and then I got.
Well, that meant that way whatsoever. Yeah.
No, that's what I wanted to go against. And I was fixing to point it out, Hamp. You speak pretty well for a black guy. Really?
Well, I didn't say black. I said he is very articulate and has a very good diction. It has nothing to do with race.
Oh, like you don't.
There are white people. Listen, if you want to fuck, bro, listen. If you want, dude, you are a white trash piece of shit. You want to fuck with me? I will troll you.
Sure, go over to flow states. Go over to flow states.
You're an old, shitty, chain-smoking man in a fucking shitty chair. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Clearly, you don't remember me. But when we go back over to,
I don't want to remember you. No one wants you. Your kids don't want to remember you. Your kids don't want to remember you. You old shade-smoking junkie. Aren't you a heroin junkie?
How do you know who I am?
Did you shoot some heroin today? Did you shoot your heroin today?
Who am I?
You take your Suboxone today?
No.
Are you gay? Why is your hand on your face? Hey, girl. Why is your hand on your face? Are you a fag?
Oh, say that word on YouTube. Sweetie. That's perfect.
Yeah, you're nothing. You're a gay man.
I'm gay.
You're a gay junkie.
Mike, be careful, right? Be careful.
No, I'm not going to be careful, dude. You want to attack me? I'll attack you back, brother. I was giving you a compliment that you speak well.
I didn't attack you. We clarified something, right? But if you're going to instantly say you're not going to be careful,
the way you
we bid you
and the way you articulate,
we clarified it.
Admirable.
We clarified it. That's all. We clarified it. I appreciate it. Yeah.
So okay, I got you, brother. So, gay man, what do you want to say, gay man? With
I'm saying that. Calling Josh particular words and verbiage, right? They'll YouTube flag certain things.
He's gay.
I'm saying YouTube. I'm saying
me around.
This is the last time. This is the last time I'm gonna
say,
tell you, right? Without you talking while I'm talking, is that YouTube flags certain verbiage. So I'm saying be careful with that part.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So Josh, what do you want to say, dude? What do you want to say?
Nothing. That's what I wanted to say. I just wanted to point
Okay.
something out about it.
Could you point it out? Point it out. Go ahead.
I just did.
What'd you point out?
You.
Why are you so
Go
nervous
back
to talk?
Go back and watch the clip.
Why,
Go back
why
and
are you
watch
so nervous to talk to the legend, Mike Cerrone? Why are you so nervous?
You are you are not the legend.
I am the legend. You're living in a boarding house with a cardboard box behind you.
It basically came down to this is the society that we live in. We operate in this concept that we are incredibly disrespectful to one another, and apparently so is this piece of crap.
You came up disrespecting
This is
me.
kind of normal for
Did you forget that?
society, and we're
Did your
going to
Suboxone not hit? Did your Suboxone not hit yet?
We are going to allow it to fly because that's our society. That
How long
that
have you been
exists now
shooting
by
heroin?
majority.
How long have you been shooting heroin, bro? How long?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because you're a junkie, right? You're a junkie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, you have scars on your face. You have meth marks on your face.
Do I have scars?
Yes.
Got one
Yeah, you
right
do.
here.
Yeah,
Right
all
here.
over your face. So, what is your point of coming up? What's your point?
I just showed you.
Show me what? You show me what?
I just showed you.
Your meth pipe?
Yes, that's what it is.
What do you want to talk about?
Surprising you don't remember who I am, but that's okay.
Why are you spitting as you're talking? Dude, how high are you right now? Look. Now keep drinking.
It's good coffee.
It's not coffee, bro.
Oh, which coffee?
What else do you want to talk about? What else do you need to talk about? Because we're having a great conversation.
Nothing, Mike.
Okay, so then go away. Go away.
No, I'm going to stay here for the after show.
You stay here. I love your lisp. I love your lisp. You have a cleft lip?
Yes.
You have a
Right
cleft
here.
lip?
Yes.
So
right
listen,
here.
do you think you'll ever have children? You think you'll ever have children?
No, I'll never be able to breed or touch a woman. I'll die a
That's
virgin.
right, because a man can't get pregnant. I forgot about that. A man can't get pregnant. I forgot.
Got it.
I know. So how is your husband? How is your husband doing? Is he
Mike
doing
and
good?
Josh, I'm about to end the show, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, brother. All right,
hey,
buddy.
Mike, be safe.
I got
Josh, be safe.
Yeah, Josh, kiss your husband, and try to get in vitro where you can get like a woman to have your seed. All right.
Bye, Mike.
I love you, brother. I love you. All right.
Josh, any final thoughts, Josh?
Not much. I just wanted to show you that the white boys really do this bullshit. It normally is. They'll speak decorum out one side of their face. They have none. It just is what it is. There's very few of us decent people in the world anymore. Yeah. And I wish we could do something about the lack of respect that exists, or the disrespecting people. I wish we could do something about it, but there's just not enough people.
Yeah.
The people willing to stand up and fight back anymore, they're far and few in between.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, man. All right, Josh, man. I'll see you soon.
Take care, man.
Easy. Josh, man.
You don't get in the way of that. You just sit back and let it happen.
Yeah, man. Now, Josh, it's interesting, right? It's crazy. Not crazy, but Josh used to and he does still. He be going to bat if somebody there was just times where internet was interesting,
Mm-hmm.
And Josh used to be fighting on other channels if they were talking bad about me and shit. So he never. It's interesting, man. He had one night and he got mad and blew something up that we created, and then but we built it back, as you can see.
For sure.
But yeah, they trash talk is kind of corny.
Yeah, it was definitely 2 out of 10. When no swag to it, it was definitely mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Nah, man, get better, man. Look, man, I know you be hating on the woke people, man. You need to come join the squad, man. You be sick. I know the kids getting you, man, but
Give me the regimen, man. I'm down for it.
I send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you again. But
you probably
my final thoughts, man. Like everyone said, kind of echoing, man. The beginning conversation you had soliloquy was amazing, bro. I hope people listening with both ears, man, because we have all these conversations about how we can sanitize the black community and get us where we need to go. And I think it's an element of black pride missing that, I don't know, man. I just, when I watch old content or I watch documentaries or read things, I think those people, even though they had flaws, they had a lot of the things happening that we talked about, there was a sense of pride that I think is necessary, man, for us to get to where we going. With everything happening in America, we got to have some type of, like, sense of pride and just, like, belief in each other, even despite the flaws that we have, man. So these these my favorite type of conversations, Hamp. So I enjoyed it, man. Continue doing what you're doing, bro. You amazing. I know this is purpose for you. So a lot of these niggas, I don't mind saying it, a lot of these niggas are just trying to get money off the dysfunction of black people. And I'm coming to the realization I really don't like them type of niggas because I know what they doing. I don't care how much they scream. We trying to help the community. It's bullshit. We can all see it. So, I think what you're doing is real, man. So I appreciate you, bro. So keep doing it, man. We'll be around. Yeah. Houston coming up, man. It's going to be a ball, man. It's going to be a ball, bro. Everybody pulling up, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be
so fun, son.
It's going to be fun.
And then a live show, I made some tweaks to it and all that. So
it's going to be a good time.
Hopefully that'll be fun, man. Yeah, we're going to have fun, man.
I'm literally only taking 2 vacations this year, man. Cause Hamp is a part of a movie. Hamp actually, I might post it too. Hamp, I'm making Hamp do an audition tape, y'all. So y'all might get to see it. I told this nigga, I said, listen, when I talk to people, you in the movie regardless, but I gotta make it look official. So you're gonna do an audition tape, bro.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
man.
So Hamp going out. I'm gonna let y'all see the audition, man. In November, bro. Yeah, so we shoot in November. So
yeah, I told him I'm excited to record, man. I'm gonna audition like my life depended on it, man.
Yeah, I know you got it because I basically wrote a character for you, so you gonna kill it with regardless.
They told me to change my last name to Washington.
Okay.
Because of my skill set, you feel me?
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna put it to the test.
They told me it's either Hanks or Hamp Washington. So
I like him Washington. I mean, Hank, he amazing too, but we gotta keep on.
I think a lot. Tom Hanks amazing.
Tom Hanks amazing, bro. Like he went on one for sure.
Yo, I always put him and Denzel like for their generation, like two could act, man.
Yeah, no. Tom Hanks amazing.
Yeah,
no hate.
Yeah.
So good show though, brother.
Yeah, man.
Always love you, dog.
For sure, man. I'll see you soon. Yo, man, listen, man. Get your tickets to Houston if you could get one. Hit up Mr. Fantastic or 2K. They may have like a discount code. They may not. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get it popping, man. The fights are gonna be epic. And everybody gonna be showing love after, before, all that. The live pod, and of course the blackout party is airplane mode, man. If I see any phones out, you getting kicked out, man.
I'm bringing the pocket because I gotta get the content, so I'm bringing
that one. Cool, yeah, but they texting,
pocket,
man. Everybody you texting, you should have brought them with you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Listen, y'all be safe. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.
Well, we can kill all this. We can kill all this. Say like, do you want to be next?
Anytime you ready, baby. I was supposed to be there.
Ooh, I'm with it.
I'm
with it. We can do it.
Knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. He hit harder than George. His reach is longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Man, dude. Fast. cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Incredible. Fast. Incredible. And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I